Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Who's excited? Oh, Get yours out there. Hi. Oh, hi. I love doing this. I love doing this when my hand tracker wants to obey. I like doing this. Being like a little tentacle arm octopus. Like from that one episode of Bluey. You know what episode I'm talking about. Hi Ro, hi Pookie, hi Zeke. Hi Mad Soul. Hello everybody. Okay. I have so much to talk about. We do need to get to the game, which I will get to. And we'll get to that first. But I've been thinking after I got to where I got to, and I now know I'm like near the end. I'm kind of like I've gathered my thoughts, you know. I gathered them up, thought out my talking points. Did I make a script? No, because I speak from the heart. I don't need a script to tell me what to do. I speak from the heart. But I've been thinking over everything, and I've been like talking about it with myself, like making my thoughts out loud, you know, just like trying to gather them up and get ready for today. So you're gonna get a mouthful once I beat this game. Oh, True Hypter, oh my gosh, thank you so much for the 60 stream streak. That's so much. Oh, that's so much. That's a lot of damage. But yeah, so I plan on beating the game, showing some of the bonus stuff off, seeing what that's all about, because I haven't even touched it. You guys talking already? Tell me with that burp. That's true. But yeah, so lots to talk about. I do want to beat the game first. Once we do that, we get the ending. We get the ending credits, maybe an after credit scene, something, anything. I will then talk about my thoughts, talk about how I feel about it. Today's stream may be a little bit shorter. I might not make it to the full 3 hours that I usually do, and that's okay. I'm okay with that, because it'll probably take me like 10 to 30 minutes to beat the game, and then we got to go through the credits, and then there's the bonus content, and then there's going to be probably like 30 minutes to 45 minutes of me talking about you know, my thoughts and feelings and all the little intricate things, and bringing up examples and all this other crap. Hi Luigi. Hello. So there's we'll definitely it'll definitely be at least an hour and a half minimum. So it will be a shorter stream, but that's okay. It's okay to have shorter streams. It's okay to have shorter streams. Then what I have to do is I have to plan for, if I'm not mistaken, I have vacation. I won't be able to, I'll still stream at my normal time for the vacation.
You are not prepared.
This hand tracker. I'll still be streaming at my normal times for vacation. I don't know if I really want to get up, but I have a lot of stuff that I'm going to be doing, so I'll be doing my normal schedule during it. Because I'm going to be quite busy with like a bunch of other crap. So we'll be doing that. But because of vacation, I will be able to go longer than normal. And so because I'll be able to go longer than normal, we got some other game ideas that I might want to play. It was really dark when I started up my stream. I had my little ring light on so that my camera could see my fucking face and track me. But now, it's getting bright enough. Also, we've been in below freezing weather. I'm currently at like 33 degrees / 0, -1, whatever the fuck that is. Yeah, 0. We had, like, I'm not joking, last week we had like 70 to like, he's so cute!
Underswap Papyrus official is now
Under
prison
Swap Papyrus official.
1,000 years.
Very floofus. It's true. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Fusky OC who meant to be a Westie, sorry to make the rules. And we're going to main item. It's 1 degree above freezing. Okay. Well, either way, pretty darn fucking close to it. And last week we had like 70 to 75 degree weather, and it was like beautiful. It was warm. I didn't have my jacket. It felt like summer, and I was like, oh, but then like all of a sudden, oh yeah, no, I'm like freezing cold in the middle of the night. Let me put my heated blanket back on. Oh my gosh! I remember you! Hi, Jarek. What are you doing here? It's too early for you. I stream too early. Oh my gosh. Same thing here in Pittsburgh. Yeah, it's too much. It's too much. We can't be going this like flip-floppy summer back and forth. We can't be doing that. Like I just want to just give me 70 like something degrees all year round. We're both tired, but we cannot sleep. Understandable. Freezing so next. I don't need that. We had spring temps last week. When the flowers come in. Oh my gosh. This up for work is also for sleep. No. You see, you were up streaming too late, Jared. You were up and you had like your tiger, and it was like Dad bought it out, and I was like, huh? And I was like, you know, really getting into it. And then you had your cute boyf there, and then like, and then you were like, I'm just gonna stay up until like, I don't know, midnight, while I say 3 things that describe my boyfriend, and then my boyfriend says, what was it? 3 things that describe me, and he opens up with fat. Fat. Hey, listen, I love big boys. I like big, strong boys. Listen, if you ever... I'm not gonna say it. When the first flowers come out, I'll be like, gosh, so pretty. That's true. When the flowers come back, I did. Hey, you know, fat. You floof. I am floof, but I do have avatars that are pretty fat. There's my main avatar, which is like for streaming. It's mostly this one. But I have a personal avatar that I'm trying to convert into like, you know, a choice to be able to do. That's gonna be incredibly floofy, and it's like me. It's like the winter paw is me, but then this one came out and I'm like, this one's me. And the dilemma is, it's like I tried making to a VRM and it broke, and I'm like, I don't know what we're doing. I have no clue how I'm fixing this. I don't know how we're doing this. I might need to pay someone to get this because I can't do this anymore because my process didn't work. And I don't know if it's because of the shader or something else, and I don't know, maybe I messed up a step. I have no clue. But it just straight up will not convert into a VRM and keep like the fluff. So I'll have to figure that out and retry again and see if I mess something up. I don't know. But I'll have to do something like that. Yeah, it's the revamped Winterpaw. Yeah. But if I ever get back in the VR chat streaming, like Jarek, you know, if I ever get back in the VR chat streaming, I'm 100% gonna whip that model out, and you're all gonna be like, holy moly. Kenny Grabsy, someone who said no. I need those emotes. I need those emotes so bad. Do it. That could be possible. We could do VR chat streams. I am on vacation, I believe, next week. So that means like I can hop in VR early in the morning, hate my life, and then just go in the fishing world and like chat it up while I fish. As like that way I have fishing, which is something to do in the background, and then I can have like chat up. I have not done a VR chat stream in God knows how long, and the reason why is because every time I did do a VR chat stream, they were all right, but the dilemma that I encountered was like, so many people were like, can I join? And then like, I'm like, no. And then they get mad, and then I gotta try and fix it. And and I gotta try and fix it, but I only have like 2 fingers that I can click with, and I can't just like get rid of them. And then when I do a more open, you know, VR chat, a little bit more open, it ends up devolving real quickly and not in like a fun way. It like gets very drama induced. I'm like, what is going on? And so I can't be bothered. Can't be bothered. Straight up. So, not the furry drama, it's the furry drama. And it's like, y'all can't just be funny. Y'all gotta like start like bashing other creators. And it's like, wait, what? Who invited you here? It wasn't me. But yeah, so I don't know. That could be something to do.
Jarek Malora just subscribed.
Jake, you did not have to subscribe with your pride, but thank you very much. I do appreciate it. You're so nice to me. And I hung out your chat and talked to you for like 3 seconds. I really appreciate it. Thank you. It means a lot to me. Also, I don't even know how you knew I was a Twitch streamer, because I don't even announce that. I pop in and then I spam. Thank you for hanging out. Oh, well, thank you. Someone grab me that VR chat avatar. Which one? What VR chat avatar? Which one? Grab you what one? The Tidum? Or do you want like... Because spoilers, it's the Rust Whisker. I've been in love with the Rust Whisker. I got it textured. The current one? This is the Tidum. Do you need like the link to it? I want to hug you. Oh! I followed you. My Twitch app sent me a message. Well, yeah, you followed me. But when? How long? Hold on, it'll tell me. Okay, you've been following since December. When you followed me. Now it's all coming together. Understood. It's all coming together. Well, Jarek, you're in for the greatest stream ever. It is going to be me playing Resident Evil for maybe 15 minutes, because I'm at like the end, I think. And people said, oh, it's 7 more minutes. And I'm like, okay. And then we'll be showing off the bonus stuff, and then we'll be talking about it for like an hour. So this is more or less a just chatting stream. But that's only because I timed it a little bad, but I'm like, okay, we can do this, because I didn't want to end the stream and then not be able to give my final thoughts. I wanted to beat it and then give like an hour-long spiel about like all the stuff I liked and didn't like. Russell is okay, but have you considered Cool Dog? I have considered. Miss Meyer just chatting, chilly, bad singing. I've never heard you sing, so I will leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. So now, next time I catch you streaming, I'm gonna ask you to sing, and I'm gonna pick out a song for you, and it's probably going to be. Let's go on the roulette of my like songs. It's gonna be. Okay, it's gonna be BBC by Ming T, from Austin Powers. If you know Austin Powers, if you know the BBC song, that I think will be easy. And then it's also funny, so like if you mess up, it's okay because it's funny. Where he goes, BBC 1, BBC 2, BBC 3, BBC 4. See, that's really easy. You can totally sing that. So that's what we're gonna do. And there's got to be a karaoke version of this. If there's not a karaoke version, of that, I'll be very upset. Also, there is just the two of us, the Dr. Evil mix, since we're on topic, sung by Dr. Evil, and also randomly Will Smith shows up and he goes, ha 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 ha. I'm like, what is Will Smith doing here? So yeah. That's gonna be that, yeah. We're gonna get you to do that, and then I will judge you accordingly on a Richter scale of 1 to 10. I don't know if that's what the Richter scale is, but I'm calling it that. Thank you for the bets. All right. We love Cool Dog, but I'm stuck as Tidum. You should have redeemed Cool Dog a while ago so we could have the low poly canine. That'll get people really crazy. It's been 15 minutes, so that will be a total of like 20-ish for people to kind of roll in since I started 5 minutes early. I'm going... Come on, hand tracking. Yeah, hand tracking. Work with me. There we go. I'm going to pause music. And we're going to start the game up. I try and give time, if you are new here, so you have a couple new people, I try and give time for people to kind of wake up and roll in before I get invested into the game. Usually it's like 15 minutes from 8 in the morning. Usually that's what it is. And if you didn't come in at that point, you don't care about me. If you didn't show up in the first 15 minutes of me going live, that means you don't care about me. And I'm going to need a $50 donation fee so I can go buy a sandwich. What the fuck is with me today? I'm on something. All right. We found out my autosave. Oh, that's too loud for me. I made it too loud. We found out my autosave leaves me out right at the spot that I need to be at, which is amazing. So I can go right there and I can just pick the other option because Leon told me, blow it up. Blow it up. And I guess I wasn't supposed to blow it up.
Oh, I need to hurry.
Coming to Fox Antics, it's true. So if you weren't here yesterday, we end up like going over to the studies and elevators. And we end up going in here and we're like, what the absolute fuck? What, like, why is this like this? There's nothing to investigate in here. It's just set dressing, which I will get into with this game because, oh my god, does it abuse it? With, like, nothing areas. And all you get to interact with is this, which I'll interact with, again, just to be sure. Because I don't know if this autosave is counting my first fail, like choosing Leon, or if it's counting something else. But I explored this pretty thoroughly. My friend 100% all trophies, he loved this game. Well, Jarek, I would love to meet your friend because he's gonna get a mouthful from me, and I'm gonna tell you it is not looking too good. I'm very critical about my video games, and I have a lot to talk about this. There is some good, and there is definitely a lot of bad, but it's not a complete waste. It's kind of like Silent Hill F. Remember? Does anyone remember Silent Hill F? Anyone remember Silent Hill F? We're gonna have a Silent Hill F moment, except it's not gonna be about the ending. Alright, let's go help Leon.
Leon!
The good, the bad, the ugly is so true.
Leon. Oh, no. Hey, it's me. It's Grace. Oh, please wake up.
Leon. I remember the fuss of your Silent Hill F. Yeah. Yeah, you do. I know you do.
I'm just resting my eyes.
Because this is like Silent Hill F, but instead of it being like the end, it's gonna be like half the game.
Let's do this.
I'll hold my thoughts. I'll do a little teasing. Just a little tease. But I'll hold my thoughts on, because I want to save it for after I beat the game.
Soon left it wide open for us. Any wrong code will do.
Again, this guy, we've dealt with lickers and mutant zombies, and he's just been up here smoking a cig like he knew we were gonna come back.
Grace, whatever it takes.
Like he knew.
I can buy you some time.
Like, what?
No,
He's just been chilling there.
no, I have an idea.
I trust you. I trust you.
I think they changed the dialogue. I think they changed the dialogue because they knew you were going to pick the Leon answer.
So, the prodigal daughter returns.
Hi, Wesker 2.0.
I know the password.
Fulfill your destiny, and all will be forgiven.
Only if you let Leon live.
Because see how she said, like, he said, I trust you, I trust you? He didn't say, whatever you do, destroy it. He said, I trust you, right? That was that was a different dialogue. So we got different dialogue, like Silent Hill F. But I didn't have to replay the entire game to do that. Fuck Silent Hill F. Sorry. Kanako's puppy boy, hello. Alright, so now we're gonna release Elpis. We destroyed it yesterday. Turns out that's the bad end. We're going to release.
Please know that you are my hope.
She is my hope,
Is it my name?
a blind hope.
Okay.
It's my name, isn't it? Oh, no, it's Hope. Okay.
This is it.
They changed the dialogue. So last time, Leon's like, whatever you do, destroy it. You have to destroy it. Right? And then, because we destroyed it, he kind of died. And then here she goes, I think I know what must be done. And he's like, I trust you. I trust you. Right? So now he's trusting you. They definitely wanted you to pick that. Again, I'm not a fan of weird choice endings. Where's my 8 feet tall husbando at? You have to redeem him. That would be the gator. I think the gator is the most 8 foot I have.
What are you doing, Grace?
Spencer regretted what he did.
Done.
Just interrupted. Are you gonna inject yourself with that?
You promised.
Yes, that I would let him live.
Is he gonna be a test subject to see if the... Because maybe this is supposed to be a cure for the infection? Let's see. Does this black mark go away?
Kennedy, I give you the honor of experiencing my power first.
Or is this gonna mutate him into
I'm
like
not
some
sure
fucking
Elvis is what you
Birkin?
think it is. There's nothing special about me. I was never any key. Spencer wanted to make amends.
His eyes aren't black anymore.
Released Elpis.
Oh, he's fixed. The thing's going away.
Tell me.
Oh, wrestle moves.
Leon!
Why? My powers.
Elpis is Spencer's atonement. It's an antiviral.
Okay, I was wondering when he would come back. And yeah, he's turbo infected and he was hiding that. I knew that much.
Amazing.
So now he doesn't have the Wesker powers anymore. Victor, you wanted him.
Your research was wrong.
So he doesn't have the Wesker virus anymore.
This wasn't a weapon. There was never a key.
Spencer's paper was obviously incomplete. There was no connection between Grace and Emily.
Do you know how much time and money I wasted on this?
Don't you see the genius? With Elpis, all virus-based weapons are useless. The world order will be thrown into chaos.
You want to inject Leon with that real quick?
We wanted a weapon.
Instead, Spencer gave us anarchy. I will carry his torch and bring his vision to life.
This giant man, like, fucking...
You and Spencer were a means to an end.
Yet he outwitted you all.
Spencer defied us and paid the price with his life. He was nothing.
You
What?
are nothing but an imitation.
Yeah, you're Wesker.
It's over.
You're a
Victor.
copy of Wesker. You love him?
Connections
That's
is
wild.
Done with you.
Yeah, wait, nobody saw his arm mutate?
Let him have it.
Uh-oh. You love
Your
Victor?
ignorance is staggering.
It's a cure.
Okay, Leon's cured.
Oh, it's working. Leon, it's working. Wake up.
Leon, wake up and fight for me.
Now,
You are crazy.
let it all come down.
Seeing Timo Wesker his head, yeah.
All of it.
Grace, what happened?
He got his head cut off. The virus this is antiviral, cures you. And I'm just a regular girl, and there's a mutant man there, and you need to use all your ammunition to kill him. Please go do that right now. Hi, Uni. I'm crazy. Do I thank you? Yeah, you're pretty wild for that quote. Also, big anxiety.
It's gonna go! Grab something!
Also, make sure you bring one home for the other person. Well, maybe they could reverse engineer from Leon's blood if he's alive. Because if he's got the cure in him, then maybe they can pull it out of him. Shotgun ammo literally right there.
Grace!
Shotgun ammo literally right there.
Time to bury Lowe's last skeleton.
All right.
Spencer's vision lifts through me, and I will see that it is brought to fruition.
And how many more will have to die for that vision?
It seems their skills have.
All right. We got to parry. That's what I forgot. I keep trying to dodge.
Sacrifices must be made.
Not to me. I swore that I'd always protect those lives.
I was watching this. Oh, he's just electric now. Okay, what is happening? Oh, gee, this is the most clunkiest Dark Souls.
Seems you're reaching your limit. I will not let those ideals win. Give it up!
Oh my god. See, that's why you gotta hold on to all your ammo. He's gonna mutate more. It's not gonna be just that. Why are you in pain? You were doing this before. Oh. He's not dead. I can assure you that he's gonna come out. He's gonna be a giant slime monster. He's a giant slime monster. Oh, that's disgusting.
Nemesis.
A nemesis? Oh.
You're so damn relentless.
It's already used to say on the rocket launcher. It has to. It's got to, right? Yeah, you're right. I don't know how to dodge that one. How do you even... Can I parry these? Yeah, okay, parry everything. Good morning, Fido. Oh my god. Leon with an axe is the coolest thing ever. We love Leon with an axe. The Leon period, that's true. Requiem was not that strong. In fact, I didn't use it for most of the game unless I was the girl.
This time, you ain't getting back up.
Ew. Ew. Oh, I don't like that. Set off another bomb. Like just
Where are you?
like one that's like a fire bomb that's gonna burn everything.
Sherry. Sherry, come in. Sherry. Shit.
Also, you gotta get a thing. You gotta
Right.
collect a whole bunch. Like collect a whole bunch of them. Grab up all the antivirals.
Christ.
Leon.
Grab a handful of them so we can copy them and cure the everything.
Come on. Let's get you up.
There's no way out this thing.
No, what? There's always a way. What do you mean?
Well, I'm not gonna leave your side. I'm gonna sit right here with you.
What? I swear to God, if it ends with both of them dying, I'm gonna be even more mad. I expect Leon to die. I don't expect Grace to die. Oh, this is also nightmare fuel. There's no way.
Guess this is it then.
You gonna turn on a flashlight? Like, what? You have them, both of you. Oh. Oh. Is this the BSAA or is this like Chris Redfield or something like better? Okay, hold on. No, okay, this ain't the BSAA. It's someone else. All right, who's the character reveal? It's Chris Redfield.
S. Kennedy?
Yeah.
Who's asking?
Alpha, you read me, sir? Yeah, they're safe. I got them. Yes, sir. Mr. Kennedy, I have a message from Captain Redfield.
Chris Redfield. Again. Resident Evil 7. End of that. Arriving from a helicopter. And he's like, I'm Chris Redfield. I'm Chris Redfield. You must continue the Redfield line. That's true. Masked men are hot. That's true. That's turbo true. Men, like mysterious men. Nope, burn it all. Set everything on fire permanently.
Well, damned. Can't believe that antiviral actually worked. Feel better than I have in ages.
Don't say that.
Thank God.
She's
I'm glad.
tall, masked man. What are they gonna do? Yeah, exactly.
We got a dose with your name on it. We'll be back in action in no time.
Okay, so
Thank you, Leon.
Would have been a lot smoother if Chris hadn't been so late to the party.
Where is Chris anyway?
No idea. I'm sure I'll run into him at some point.
we did it. We survived.
Yeah, I'll call you back.
Yeah, well, she got thick
over there.
nails.
Yeah. Well, this really was our last hope.
Well, let's pray Umbrella hasn't left us any more nasty surprises.
I wish we could have saved Emily.
Grace. I didn't hit any of her vitals.
What?
She could still be alive.
Running around as a mutated monster.
Maybe we can save her.
I didn't hit any of her vitals as a mutated monster. So she's running around back at, by the way, back at the insane asylum medical thing. She's there and could have gone anywhere.
The government has confirmed the existence of an actively trading bioweapons lab located here in the ruins of Raccoon City.
Did this not come out in the first time?
Point for the worldwide spread of bioorganic weapons. This illegal facility appears to have been in operation for decades.
Sources say that the extension of the lockdown and the recent series of mysterious deaths may be related to tragic events in Raccoon City 28 years ago.
Okay.
Evidence seized in Raccoon City has led the Justice Department to reopen its investigation into Oswald Spencer and the long-defunct Umbrella Corporation. Some believe the government deliberately drove Umbrella into bankruptcy.
The late Alyssa Ashcroft is credited with cracking the Oswald Spencer story.
Yeah.
Conspiracy theorists are already claiming that she was killed in a cover-up.
Sort of, yeah.
The organization responsible is secretly controlling our government.
Yeah.
Tonight,
that's what the documents say.
From the Oval Office, the president is expected to reject allegations of any government involvement since the Raccoon City incident.
Young girl rescued. Wait, what? Yeah, oh yeah, she's a young girl, all right. Giant mutant monster. Okay, we did it. We did it, everybody. We did it. So Spencer the crazy scientist who created the zombie and was like, ha ha ha, I've created the zombie, got old, and then he was like, I kind of regret doing that, and then he just made a cure-all. Ooh, is this the same singer from the RE4 ending? I don't know, I can't tell. Regret or spite for the iterated onus virus? I have no clue. I don't know. I like all of a sudden he's like, yeah, I'm also like, he was still alive? I guess he was near fucking death because he died later. But that it's just so, I have to like do a wiki dive and really kind of get all the lore down. But like, as far as it goes, Spencer was some like rich scientist guy who lived in a manor like in the middle of fucking nowhere, made the virus and was like, haha, I did it, and then founded the Umbrella Corporation so that he could like make a shitload of money off of the virus as a bioweapon. And all of a sudden he's like, hey, you know, I've got this cure right here. I'm just gonna give it out now. Hi, Julies. It's just so... It's so... Okay. When the credits are kind of done and the music calms down, I'm gonna really delve deep into all my thoughts here and review it for what it is. So I'm gathering up my thoughts right now. Like, I'm just trying to think about what I want to say. But so far, it's like, this is weird for the story. This is very weird for the story. Oh, that's a German name. Yeah, German localization. Grossmann. That's big man in German. I want Grossmann in my life. Zombies work as civilians and other supporting roles played by these people. I swear to God, if I get copyrighted for this, YouTube, I'm gonna scream. Twitch. Yeah, it's just zombies, civilians, French, the French people. Well, the music's quieter now, so that's good. I can kind of think better. Get Italian, okay. Yeah, this game is it's the most Resident Evil, and I don't think that's necessarily a good thing. It's telling. This is a very good game. No. Have not played it, but I watched many people play through. Well, you just got spoiled in the end, sorry. But also, you're oh, people been glazing. Hold on, people. And then for all the time. Okay, well, listen. People been glazing this game up, but I'm gonna be knocking it down a peg. Listen, we're gonna be knocking it down a lot of pegs, and I'm right no matter what. I'm always right. And you can say I'm wrong. And you can say, no, Fuscus, this is a great game. And I'm here to tell you, you might want to buy this game on at least a 50% sale. And we'll get into why. We'll get into why. For sure. Oh, can I speed this up? Can we skip this and not skip the end credit scene? Hold on. Let me cheat. RE9 is there, and after credits scene. Yes. Being told yes via the internet. RE9, if I skip credits, do I miss this? These are gonna go on for like okay, I can't skip the credits. So we're gonna trust the internet on this one, and we're gonna just wait out the credits, because if I skip the credits, I most likely will skip the after credit scene, which is a thing that they do so that we don't skip the fucking credits. And I don't feel like looking it up on YouTube and trying to get that set up and do the volume thing and do all that. I also have to poop a little bit, and I'm afraid to get up because I don't know how long these credits are. And I'm like, oh, I could run my 3-minute ads while we're waiting real quick. Just get them out, knocked out of the way. You don't gotta worry about it. But I don't know. I don't know. What I will probably do is wait for the after credit scene, run my 3-minute ad, take a little poopy, come back, and then get ready for my thoughts. Actually, maybe I just need the fart because I feel a little bit better now. Audiocraft. Okay, Through Darkness. I don't know if that's the same people. I kind of like that song. That song was fun. Maybe we're nearing the end because they just credited the artist for the credits. The musicians for the credits. So many people worked on this game is insane. It takes so many people to make a game. And this game, by the way, it took me about, I think, 20 hours, if I'm not mistaken. Roughly 18 to 20 hours. And people were beating it in like 10. But also, I investigated everything, collected everything, double backed for everything, and got every note except one, which was in like the tutorial area, and I have no clue what that note was that I missed. So y'all can't say I wasn't thorough when I was taking 10 extra hours to play this game. You can't be mad. Okay, Capcom United States. More credits, please. Ooh, Germany. Volter, Mistink, Aze. Okay, we're nearing the end. All right, cool. Nearing the end. All right, cool. After credit scene, let's go. Oh my god. Whoa, folk tactical gear. Hold on. I gotta look up that had the wolf on. Had folk tactical. That was probably like Leon's brown sheepskin lumber bomber permission of Scott. What? Okay, well, I need to look up folk tactical gear, and Vic needs to hit me up because he probably knows. Okay, yeah, after credits. I swear to God, if okay, we're back at the FBI agency.
And Sherry's okay?
Leon and Sherry, assumedly.
I'm so glad. Emily, yeah, she's doing great.
Okay, they found Emily. She's fine. They reversed it. I guess.
They're teaching her how to read.
Oh, she's not blind anymore?
Grace.
Why is there a
Grace.
easel there?
Where's that report?
Sorry. Leon, gotta go. Catch up soon.
So Grace is doing better. She's not blind anymore. I'm teaching her how to read. She's effectively adopted her. There's her and her mom, and then she's adopted her. Okay. But this is the one that we really need to see. What is going on here? Who's this? Who are these people? So the BSAA were the good guys, right?
Remaining BSAA forces have been neutralized. Retrieving the objective before they send in the wolves.
Before they send in the wolves? Am I gonna have to buy RE10 because they mentioned wolves? Yeah, it took me 19 hours. But I was thorough and got everything. Following Grace's report has been added to the bonus. So following challenges were complete. Hope and Requiem, which is the good end. Alright. We're now here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run my 3-minute ad so we don't gotta worry about that and I can just talk for the next hour. Without any interruptions. Also, they updated this. This now has like the more nicer music, and then it has like the happy photos and stuff. I'm gonna run the ad. I'm gonna look up the wiki real quick on what the BSAA was real quick. I believe they were the good guys Leon was with, and they rescued the guy from Resident Evil 7. And that were the BSAA was the people that did that. But also, I gotta look it up because I also think what is it? That might have been like some weird umbrella corporation. I really hope this isn't playing this song and then like because it was like play. I don't want that music playing because it might like mute the audio. I can control when the lyrics come in. That's hilarious. This is dreamlike. Okay, we'll leave it here so the lyrics aren't playing. Actually, I can let the lyrics play, but when I start talking into it. Okay, I want to run my 3-minute ad. Look up the BSA in the RE wiki real quick just to figure out what they originally were. I think they got corrupted, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna look up that, and then we'll come back from the ads, and then I'm gonna give you probably an hour's worth of talking about this game and why you're about to hear what I'm about to hear. So I'll see you all in 3 minutes, okay? Okay, bye. Okay, hold on. Resident Evil BSAA. What is... Yeah. Biotech Security Assessment Alliance. Yeah, the anti-biological BOW. Yeah, key people. Like Chris Redfield, Barry Burton, Rebecca, and Jill. The Bioterrorism Security Assessment Alliance is an international counterterrorism organization sanctioned by the United Nations, was formed during the War on Terror by Chris, Jill, and several others. The BSA began as a means of readily combating the use of biological weaponry since the collapse of the Umbrella Corporation. Originally founded and funded by the Federation of Pharmaceutical Companies, the private paramilitary army. So that's okay. So yeah, so I have to ask myself, what the fuck was the BSAA doing here? If it was founded by Chris Redfield as an anti-bioweapon terrorist organization where they stop people using the T virus and other ones. So that was founded after they were... And then also I need to go into... like... what... So, the raccoon trials were a thing that this wiki is telling me about. Okay, I need to bring that up and read that too. There's a... Okay. Persian founding of the VSA was effectively a PR stunt. Some negotiations made by the government set up as global headquarters there. The early BA had no powers, although it started 11 members, including Redfield. But in the following years, VSA and FIA were caught between conspiracies and counter-conspiracies. Mastermind of the leaders with Mole's Planet E group. And then that's the Queen Zenobia and Terra Grigia, which is like the Resident Evil, like... Pookie, thank you so much for the 10 stream streak. Thank you. There's a bunch of other stuff. Western Australia. There's probably stuff in books. Holy crap. There's a shitload of lore on just the BSAA. Neo Umbrella terrorist attacks, right. That was Neo Umbrella, so I think that was like 6. Because it's going on about uniforms. Arc Discovery and Elpis. Okay, so this relates to the game currently. Internal dispute with the organization North American branch operating independently fully subverted, co-opted by the connections. They were surveilling Arc rumor facility. It was Raccoon City. Existence of the Arc reported. Handler Sari Burke and Leo Sinkini. The Pentagon became aware of BSA personal operation where construction began organization. Reporting cancer established within the city limits. Raccoon City Police Sergeant and Dr. Victor Gideon, which is that giant guy. Gray Shadow Zeno, according to yeah, I don't know why the BSAA was like, oh, that's Leon Kennedy, let's kill him. Like, what was that about? And then also, what's the Raccoon Trials? Because if this is what I think if the Raccoon Trials are what I think they are, then yeah, Raccoon City Judgment, the Umbrella Trials. If this is what I think it is, then why is this going on about it being new? Okay. Was the omnibus trial relating to the destruction of Raccoon City serialization operation made between the U.S. government and secretly the connections, family victims killed, Raccoon City drivers? So they're concluding with the collapse of its subsidiaries. The U.S. government was one of Umbrella's bioweapon customers. Williamberg attempted to sell the G-Virus to the military, who was more than willing to accept it. Waiting loss of business from acquisition. The Umbrella sent a team to steal the G-Virus before Birkin could make the deal. Right. And he injected himself. Okay. Here's zombies. Connections deeper into government control. Umbrella's Arc housing Elpis. Alleged virus control mines. A prototype missile was fired at the city at dawn, eradicating and remove any evidence. When the city was over, Congress filed a decree indefinitely suspending business with Umbrella USA Incorporated. Okay, there's a lot going on there, and it's also going in the arena. Okay. Alright. This game, I need to go here so it doesn't play audio. All right, we're back. I've got information. The lore is wonk. The lore is wonk. Oh my god. This game is not great. I'm here to tell you that this game is not worth the full selling price. I'm here to tell you this game is at least $35. It being short is not the dilemma. I feel like I played it and got 20 hours and I did pretty good. But the dilemma here is most people are not me and they're beating it in 10. And I don't think that's a bad thing for short games. I'm okay with short games. But $70 is a lot for a game that you only want to play half of. Ooh, okay. I hope you're all ready for this. So, the dilemma here is that this is trying to be 2 games at once. And when you're trying to be 2 games at once, you just fail. There's a very few amount of games that can combine things together and make it work and make something new. Yeah, it should have been $40. You're right. It should have been half price. You are correct. Oh, excuse me. So, when you try and combine game situations, especially in this case, a survival horror-y, like very limited, very scarce, very scary, you know, take things easy, take things slow, sneak stealth with heavy action, I'm military soldier man, shoot, shoot, blam, blam, like, I'm gonna kill everybody, pop the knees, do a backflip, suplex, right? Like, these are just 2 juxtaposed things that don't go well together. You have games like, there's 2 games, don't forget the one-liners. The one-liners are okay. There are 2 games that come to mind that are mixing 2 genres together, and I can't remember the names of them entirely. One of them was a Doom game. I just wish you were ripping people off because now Lego Batman game will be selling nearly that. Well, then don't buy it. Don't buy Lego Batman. We're not buying Lego Batman. We're also not talking about the Switch 2. We're talking about don't derail me. We're talking about RE9. So, the price of the game should have been 50%. Like, there should not have been $70 for this game. It should have been $40 because you're only here for Leon. You're not here for the other person. And then there's a whole deluge of information we need to go into there. But when you're combining 2 game genres, it's really hard to make it work. There are games that do it and do it well. I don't remember these games, but I did play them. One was a Doom game that was a first-person shooter, and it was also a rhythm game. And so you had to fire your gun on rhythm to have it like do more damage and like reload on point to reload faster. I can't remember what it was called. And then there was also a Devil May Cry like game, but you were like this kid and he had gotten fused with his like iPod, and like he would beat people up like on rhythm with the music. I can't remember what that game is either. Metal Hellsinger, thank you. Metal Hellsinger's the Doom one, that's correct. And then there's another one where you're like a kid and it's like another rhythm game, but you're like Devil May Cry, like character action, like you're beating people up with like a plumber's brush stick or something. I don't remember. There's another one. Hi-Fi Rush, thank you. Oh my god, Ro, thank you so much. Okay, so those 2 games combine 2 completely different genres together and do it right. You have Doom, first-person shooter, fast-paced shooting combined with a rhythm game, and then you have Hi-Fi Rush being a Devil May Cry character action game, combo simulator with a rhythm game. These work really well. These are fun games. I recommend you buy these games, probably on sale because they're old. If you like Doom and you like that, like, I recommend you get them. These are two separate genres fused together well, and these are examples that it is doable. There are tons of other games that I probably can't think of immediately. I mean, Slay the Spire 2 is out, and there's also Slay the Spire 1. This is like a deck builder card game combined with an RPG. This works. Like, it's fun, and people like it. You know what I mean? And Gloomhaven is a board game that does the same thing, where it's like Slay the Spire is a lot like Gloomhaven in a way, where you're playing cards to do moves and you're comboing cards together to combo moves together, right? And that's a board game. When you try and combine stealth with like horror and like, you know, hiding, that works. But then when you try and also throw in, hey, I'm Leon Kennedy and I've got my shotgun and I'm going to just kill everything, it doesn't work well. Now, from my knowledge and history and from everything I understand about Resident Evil and the fan base of Resident Evil, everyone loves 0, 1, 2 original as like scary, like, you know, like collect your ammo, hold on the resources. They love it. 3, I think people don't like too much because it's too, like, it's the beginning of it becoming actiony. So that community does not like 3 as much, but they're okay with 3. 3 is like right on the line of where they want. Then we jump into 4, original, and remake, because it's basically the same thing. 4 original, right, is Capcom's introduction, Apfel. That's your word, Apfel. 4 is their like solidification into action. You're Leon, you're in Spain, there's a weird virus going on in Spain, and you're sent to investigate because you got to rescue the president's daughter. This is action forward. You're not necessarily scared. You're not necessarily like trying to hide or conserve ammo or avoid combat, a la Metal Gear. Instead, you kind of confront them. You explore a little bit, collect a whole bunch of ammo, and then you engage them at an arena, and then you kill all of them, and then you progress. At no point are you like in the original 0, 1, and 2, and 3 to a degree, are you like, I'm never gonna come back here, I'm leaving the zombies, I'm just gonna run and dodge them, I'm gonna conserve my HP, I'm gonna conserve my ammo, I'm gonna conserve everything, and I'm gonna do that with the intention of like just getting through here because I just need to run, right? There's never a point in RE4 that you're like, I need to just avoid everything and run. Usually you just kill everything, usually, and you have plenty of ammo to do so. 5 continued this. Everyone and their mother loves 4. 5 made it co-op, and it wasn't as good, I think, as 4. If you ask anyone who knows anything about Resident Evil, they will tell you they like 4. So Capcom goes, okay, well, the action thing is working. We're making money, and we're making a lot of money. So that's when you get 5, and you get the co-op action, and that's okay. But then people started bitching, we want old original RE0, 1, and 2 back. And they go, okay, we have a lot of community members really complaining that it's not scary or survival horror-y, and that's where you get 6. As far as I'm aware, 6 sucked and no one liked it. I enjoyed it when I played it with Fluffy Boy. I also didn't play it on release, and I think I probably bought it on a sale, and it was nowhere near the starting price. But I can see where it's like you're combining 3 storylines all together. One of them is supposed to be kind of horror, where you're supposed to avoid combat. One is going to be like, I'm Chris Redfield, military man, shooting blam blam. And the other is, you know, hey, Nemesis exists, and he's a giant machine with a chainsaw arm, right? And like, they tried to weave them in and like have them interchange, and it was a neat idea, but it didn't quite work out, and they said fuck. So then we get Resident Evil 7, which is like a return to horror. We have Bayou, Georgia, Tennessee, wherever the fuck, I don't know. Louisiana is somewhere bayou-y, okay? Swampy, all right? And you're just a guy, and you're like, I need to find my wife, a la Silent Hill 2. And she sends you a message like, don't come looking for me. And you go there to this house, and you end up getting kidnapped, and it's got a bunch of crazy people. And also, like, you need to, like, navigate this giant, you know, southern mansion. And you see, like, the horrors of everything, and, like, they're all, like, zombie leech mold men, and they're, like, eating people, and you get, like, a lot of that horror stuff, right? And a lot of that is avoiding combat. There's been plenty of times when I did do my Resident Evil 7 playthrough last October for my birthday, where I avoided combat. It was just better for me to sprint through an area, and I did that multiple times. Though I did manipulate it when I knew how the spawning mechanic worked. I did manipulate it a little bit. And thank you so much for the 10 stream sheet. I really appreciate it. So then you have that horror, right? Then we get people complaining, we want Resident Evil 4. And they go, okay. So then we get Resident Evil 8. Resident Evil 8 is same character continuing the storyline. Now he's looking for his daughter, right? Because he found his wife, I think, right? And then now they have a daughter, and then they're looking for, like, the daughter or something. Daughter gets kidnapped, and he goes to find him. He goes to Transylvania, meets all these kooky characters. Some of them are really hot, and then some of them are, like, creepy as hell. And he goes through his adventures in Transylvania, and then he ends up, like, finding his daughter and doing a whole bunch of stuff there. That was more action focused. There wasn't too many times I recall, that was a long time ago when I streamed that game, that you avoided combat and stealth through areas. There was the, like, dollhouse where it was very stealth based, and that was scary. But other than that, I think the game was very action forward. So Capcom with Resident Evil have put themselves in this precarious position where they have two major demographics that love their games. They love RE1 and RE2 with, like, the goofiness and the crazy monsters and, like, the survival horror aspects. And then they like people who love Resident Evil 4 for its, like, you know, scary monsters, but I have big gun and we fight, you know? And they can't seem to appease both of them. So 9 is like, I'm seeing this as they're hitting the eject button, they're hitting the oh shit button, they're hitting the oh fuck, we need to, like, do something, we're bleeding out money button, okay? When I mentioned earlier this game is, like, the most Resident Evil of Resident Evil, this entire game has been a nostalgia trip, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it is really, like, on the nose and not good feeling when you're doing it this way, because it feels like you're trying way too fucking hard and you're not doing subtle things. These are very big, bombastic. You're entering the RPD, it's destroyed. That was cool, but then you're also like, hey, if you go in this area, Tofu is here. What the fuck is Tofu doing? If this was, like, a side mode, a game mode, you know, a challenge mode or whatever, like, if this was, like, a second playthrough, and if you play through a second time, like, you get to that area, and you get this puzzle that wasn't here before, and then you solve it, and Tofu peeks, and he's like, oh. If it was, like I said, the first playthrough he was there, I didn't do anything except walk around the RPD facility and, like, solve one puzzle, right? And it was just like, that's something that should have been for a second playthrough. That's something that should have been for a side mode where he's, like, poking up and it's a reference. But it's stuff like that where it's so big and in your face that they're doing everything they possibly can. They're like, Remember RE2, remember RPD, remember the Tyrant, member Mr. X, member Wesker, member Leon, member you know, fucking what else? There's 5 billion things, right? It's member berries. They're all member berries, and it's done in the most like untasteful way, where the only thing that should have happened was that you've gone back to the RPD and then you have like nightmare flashbacks as Leon, and it blinks between like RE2 remake and RE9, and you're like shooting at zombies, you're shooting at Mr. X, and then you realize you're shooting at a wall, and then that should have been like the callback, and then that's it. That would have been so cool if he started having PTSD because he's back at the place and he had horrible nightmares there. It's so much of a member berry game that you have to have played a majority of these games, mainly 2, but you had to play a majority of these games to kind of get these member berries and to like have any feelings for them. And if you're playing this for the first time, which I don't know why you would, I guess, they're not going to land, and you're going to see Tofu Man and be like, what the fuck is Tofu Man here? Like, what the fuck was that? Oh my god. So let's break this down. We've decided we needed to throw 2 games together, and the reason why was because this game was meant to be a Grace game. It was meant to be her upcoming story, new character introduced. It's not anyone you know before. Here she is. Here's her relation. She's related to a character from the game that everybody wants Capcom to re-release, remaster, and then make a live service game and try and make it last, which is the Outbreak Files. Remember the man again? Yeah. There's another one. Thank you. Remember Kendo and how he blew his brains out after killing his wife and daughter because they were eaten and zombified? Remember him? He get a shotgun. Remember him? Like, so that's another one. But there's plenty of them. Like, there's so many, and there's too many, and it's like it's too on the nose. So no. Keep playing the music, but don't play lyrics, because I don't need the lyrics popping up and getting me copywritten and while I'm reading this out for YouTube, basically. So this is Grace's game, and the whole point is to introduce Grace as a new character going through their own thing. Capcom knew that this game was not going to sell on Grace and Grace alone. So they were like, why don't we bring Leon back, and Leon is investigating Grace. So that's what it is. Leon is investigating Grace. Leon is there, and everybody loves Leon. Everyone loves Leon. Everyone loves him. Men want to be him. Women want to fuck him. Everyone loves Leon. Okay? So because of this, right, we're bringing him back. So what happens is Grace's sections feel massive and long, a little too overstaying their welcome, and Leon's sections are so damn short. This was Leon. I want Leon. I want another RE4. I'm the RE4. I'm the RE4 gang. Leon and the circle of baby clones. That's true. So, because of the way they did this, Leon's sections feel so fast and they go by so quickly. I never get to settle down as Leon and really fully enjoy it until the latter half of the game, in which that I also feel was shorter. Now, I'd have to check the VODs and look at how long it took me to do Grace's section and how long it took me to do Leon's section, but they felt short comparatively. Now, this could be, that's why I need to look at the VODs and need to check the footage. I need to like just see how long it took me to do Grace and Leon when they're like main course section, right? But we open the game with a tutorial which is like pretty like short for both of them.
Imprisoned.
Wolf Kiss is better. Oh god.
1,000 years.
You want Wolf Kiss? Pop here. Bobbity boop, ba-da, ba-da, boop, ba-ba-ba-da, boop, ba-da, boop, ba-doo. All right, we're back. So we have the situation where we get little tutorials for each character. We get a little backstory for each character. Grace is introduced, Leon's reintroduced, and we get in and we like learn about them. You know what I mean? Wolf Kiss, that's true. We get in and we learn about like why they're here, what are they doing, what are their goals. So okay, cool. We get the Grace tutorial section, which I will consider when she wakes up upside down, getting her blood drained. We have to navigate that small corridor area where my room is, and we need to navigate that, and then we encounter the giant monster, and we have to like avoid her. We have to throw, you know, glass bottles to lure her away so we can get around her, and like that section is pretty good. You're kind of told like this is what her stuff's gonna be, this is what she's gonna be, this is what she's gonna do, and it all kind of comes together. You get Leon's section. Leon's section, you walk through, and then, oh my god, you gotta go, there's been an outbreak of the thing, we gotta go, and then chainsaw, and then he's like, oh my god, and then you're shooting the chainsaw guys, you're picking up the chainsaw, you're killing everything. You're like, okay, that's his tutorial. Yeah, Leon can just walk through the zombies. That's the thing. I need to look up the playtime. I need to look at, for me, as a reference, how long it took me to do Grace and how long it took me to do Leon. And how many episodes was that? I need to go check the YouTube footage because I have all of these uploaded to YouTube just in the background. They're not released yet. But I have them there. And so I need to check and just check the episode and click the beginning and the end and see like where I am. Like, okay, I'm Grace, and then how long is the Grace section? How many 3-hour sections? How many 2.5-hour sections did I take to get through Grace? How many 2.5-hour sections did I take to get through Leon? Right? And then I can divide it up and be like, it took X amount here, X and Y amount there. And then I can be like, okay, they are significantly longer. But that aside, Grace felt longer and Leon felt short, brief, and an afterthought. Leon should have had longer sections because you can just walk through zombies, is the point I'm trying to get to. That's the point I'm making. So if they are truly 50-50, Grace should have stayed the same amount, and they should have like doubled Leon's gameplay, because you can just walk through zombies. And then it would have felt good because you would have been at Grace for a long time and Leon for a long time, and it wouldn't have felt like Leon is an afterthought. But and I'm going to literally explain how afterthoughty it is once I get past this tutorial section. Grace's tutorial is fine. Leon, you get like the 4 square rooms and it's like a combat arena, you kill them, use chainsaw on the door, you go out, you meet. You give her requiem, big man kidnaps Leon, gate shut, Grace is now in the main thing, which is a callback to the RPD, because you have the staircase that splits into it's a callback to like everything they do, which is like the main hall with like a big center staircase that's like a dual staircase thing, and it splits off into 2 hallways and a big east wing, west wing. Consistently they've done it in 1 and 2, and I don't remember 0, but it's all there. I think 0 they crash and they go back to it in 0. Yeah, they crash and they go back to the manor, the Spencer Manor. So basically, we start off as Grace. We get a safe room. We meet young girl. Young girl, basically, is like, "Hey, I'm a young little girl. You should come and help me." And then you're like, okay, and you get like the ID card that gets you to the other wing. You have to go through that entire wing and come back on the top side and then solve a shitload of puzzles and get through the other entire wing and come back. You do all this. I gotta like mute the audio there so we don't. Anyway, Her section, you're crouching, you're stealthing, you're moving through all the zombies, you're exploring everything, trying to figure everything out. You get the call back to the coins from RE7, where it's like, oh, the RE7 coins, and you get all the coins and you unlock everything. Coins never show back up anywhere else. They're only there. Cool. And you go through, you navigate everything. Oh, the butcher, and you just walk by him, and then you get up into the second floor, you walk by all them, and you unlock everything, you do everything, and then you go over into, you're back in the main area, and then you start solving some of the puzzles, and then you unlock the West Wing, and you do the West Wing, and that's like a whole lot of shit there. And then you get to this other floor, and Fat Man stops you, and you gotta do that. There's so much going on, okay? There's no way in a brief amount of time that I can explain how much you have to do, okay? There's no way I can explain it. And basically it's like you sit as Grace for like, for me it was like 7 hours, I'll say safely. So you play Grace for 7 hours, and then Grace drops down into the hole, and for me it was 7. For other people, they blew by it in 3 hours, and then Leon was 10 minutes. Like, let's be real. So for me, in my experience, not the general gamer experience, it ended up being like, it took me like 7-something hours, I want to say, to get through Grace. And then you jump in the hole to go after the girl that you rescued, the blind girl that you rescued. Leon wakes up in the attic. You walk forward, boss fight. Hallway of nothingness. Drop down. You are now in the one area where we have the dark room with the zombie, for me, that was pacing back and forth. I watched someone else play it, and the zombie was eating the corpse and not pacing back and forth. So I don't know why that was different for me and different for someone else, but here we are. And then there's like a little, the little braille, not braille puzzle, but the little star, sun, and moon puzzle that the zombie was going back and forth on. So like I went in and solved it real quick, and then went back and then snuck around and got to the other room and looted all the stuff in there and looked at the trash can. Remember that room? It's right next to like the piano room with the screamy lady. So like you land there, and Leon's section, by the way, without backtracking, because backtracking is not necessary as Leon. This is not, you don't have to do what I did. Leon comes down, would kill that zombie and any other zombies you left in the piano room, get to the spiral staircase, and then go up one floor, and then he enters a room that Grace can't enter, and he's met with this tiny ass combat arena that fills up with redheads. And then he touches the computer, and that's it. Literally 10 minutes. I'm stuck as Grace for 7 hours, and I hate it. And then I get 10 minutes of heaven with Leon. Now, for me, it took like 15 or so, because I went back and I opened up all of the containers, all the warped chests that only Leon could reach. So I had to backtrack a little bit. But that is purely something that you don't have to do. It is not a requirement for you to do that. You do not need to be required to do that. It is not, like, it just makes life a little bit easier because you get some bonus resources, and that's it. That's all you get. So then you get hit with that link. That's it. That's all you get. You get like a boss fight that is cheesy and easy to avoid because he can't walk through doorways. So I just sat there and just blasted his ass with a shotgun, and he couldn't fucking do anything. Which we also abused earlier as Grace, because the fat man can't break through doorways, so he just gets frustrated and leaves. And then I hit him 3 times with the hemo injector. That was boring. That was boring. So then Leon hits up the computer, and he's like, all right, computer time. So he's on the computer in like the top left of the whole map. And then you go back as Grace. Grace has to go through this underground secret prison filled with prisoners that they're experimenting on. And then that's a whole section, and you get a repeat of the tutorial because big monster lady shows back up. So you go through as her, and you do all that, and it's pretty long. I would say this probably took me maybe 4 hours if I had to guess. It was obviously not as long as the entire mansion part, the entire upper floors, but it was significantly long. I would say 2 hours to 4 hours tops. You get through the meat grinder, you avoid as much zombies as you can. Turns out you really can't avoid all of them, you end up killing all of them anyway. And then you grab baby, and then you take baby up to the elevator. Now you're good, but you're not done. Because now you get the most padded shit I've ever seen in my life. You can backtrack with the hand and figure out something there, but I didn't do that because I didn't know. You save, you do all your stuff, you walk out the door, because you have all pieces now. You walk out the main door, greeted by Helicopter Man, and he's like, I don't have it. The child thing is annoying. Yeah, it's a little annoying, but it's not too bad. I'm about to shit myself. I tried fighting it back to get my thoughts out. We're going to pause it right here. I'm going to run some ads just to get them knocked out of the way. I got to poop. So I'm going to poop. But we escaped the mansion. We'll cut off right there and we'll come back in 3 minutes. Okay, we'll come back in 5 minutes. I need to get this knocked out. I thought it was a fart. It wasn't a fart. We're playing a dangerous game. We're going to time out on the anger. Time out on the anger. I need to take care of this. So then you get the girl and then you come back. But her section's not done yet. This is why I said it's like 2 to 4 hours. I want to run another ad so that way at the 30-minute mark from now, so at the hour-long mark, we're not going to get ads. I want to play some random clips and stuff so you're entertained, and then I'll come back and finish what I'm talking about, okay? Okay, don't go anywhere. I thought this was the right way to go, but hostiles nearby because he's in the other room. Okay. Now. Ah, oh! We saved. Okay. Rule of thumb. If there's something creepy going on, monster's still around, because these people don't know that the monster is not around anymore. Okay? They don't know. Monster's around. People might have seen the monster. They're hearing noises. The androids are killing people. Do not sneak up against someone holding a revolver. Just don't. Do not just run up. Thank God we saved right there.
Station separation sequence is now complete.
I wish I had a zaddy. I want to throw up now. Don't clip it. There's nothing wrong with the G-Fuser. It's making me bigger. Oh no, I'm too big for my R-Wing. Oh God, don't look into it, chat. If you know, you know.
Someone wants to play.
Oh, it's a sexy gator man!
Incoming enemy from the rear. Drop altitude.
I'll drop my altitude for the incoming enemy in the rear. Jesus Christ. Warrior Rockstar Wolf, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Fusky Wusky crew. You might not be a Wusky. Sorry, I'll make the rules. Anyway, so the thing that's really cool is it has like the dynamic flexing. So like, you got your arms there.
Warrior Rockstar Wolf 29 is now
and then they flex and they get bigger, which is, you know, by September is gone, but we don't ever finish by September, okay? You always do them. And then the like arms do that. But I'm probably gonna chug the fucking milk. I'm probably just gonna go blah, blah, blah. Ignore the texture pop-ins. It's okay. They weren't there. You didn't see them. Oh God. Okay, I'm ready for QTEs. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Girl, why are you by yourself? Wait, where's my boyfriend? Where's my... Never go by yourself. Who? Oh. Jesus, I thought I saw something in the trees. Like right where she's looking. I thought I saw something. This is why you don't in woods, daylight or night, never be alone in the woods.
Where are you?
Am I gonna see like a vision of like their camp being on fire? I'm ready. I'm gonna punch this ghost in the throat so goddamn hard. You wanna know what I would? Okay, finally. Jesus Christ. That's the issue. You have overpowered damage. You literally left me at 1 HP. Hi, Matt. What weapon do you have and where can I get it? Because you literally knocked out 150.
I'm not speaking of gay dragon. I am the dragon and my element is gay. And I love butt sex.
Watch out for everybody else. What is it doing?
Oh, what is it flipping doing?
God, look at its ass though. It's got a dumpy. Ooh, it's got jiggle physics too. We have to kill it. It's also running away.
Is it just going to be constantly turning?
Oh, someone didn't get infected. Nice.
Don't panic, people.
Should be an autosave, which means we get to see delicious. Where's the oh? We get to see delicious werewolf bulge. Look at it. Look at that werewolf bulge. Look at it. Look at it. Anyway, as I lead out for this day, I had a fun time. We need to hear the music just for a little. Oh, I gotta make the fucking fox noises. Let's see how Fox talks. He gets electrocuted and he's like, ah! It's a human! Born 431. Seminary, belonging to Lieutenant Anderson, adult male weighing 170 pounds, 28 inches, solar fearsome. As far as its owner, Sumo is no different. Rough, big, powerful, intimidating suits. Aww. I've never seen this before. Well, that's because I'm a god gamer. They modeled the penis. Fuck, get off that. Okay, leave. I just like my brain, my boyfriend, and you get hunted down by a big scary alien monster in space. Okay, Q. I'm on Flammenwaffer. Turn to the right. Shoot. Aim, shoot. Wrong button. Well, that was funny, wasn't it? All right. I feel better now. We got that out. This game, it's making me shit. Ah. All right. We're all back. Let's come back. I know my clips are really funny. Okay. So we get the underground section as Grace. After Leon's like 5-10 minute venture, we get the underground. We come back out after spending like 2 hours probably down there, 2-3 hours, 2 to 4, I think. But we're not done. We take her out and we get the helicopter and we go, oh, we got to go in that building. Here, I'll take the little girl. And then you go in the building. There's nothing. It's nothing. It's nothing. What it ends up being is it's just like filler exposition just to pad out Grace's sections. Why Grace needed sections padded out, I have absolutely no clue, because she already had long sections. Let me walk you down this like secret, boss's room. I'm back, yes. Let me walk you through this. You drop her off at the helicopter. You go in. You walk around a normal room. You mess with an item. Giant elevator leading to a secret lab. You circle around. Zombies in containers. Fire extinguishers that melt zombies. You grab an item. You go back to the room you started in. That's also a safe room. You do the same exact loop. He's so cute! Sniff the
Sniff
Pits.
Pits is now following.
That is the most base name I've ever seen on Twitch. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Fusky Wusky crew. You might not be a Wusky, sorry I don't make the rules. Now you're like, oh no, everything's falling apart and there's blood. We're like fucking Iron Lung over here now, right? And so we get this rerun of the same thing you just walked through, right? And there's zombies everywhere, but like you're not surviving. You just grab fire extinguisher and you go, brrr, and then it melts all the zombies. So this is a nothing section. You end up walking around. You get like a little bit of lore on a note that they could have had literally anywhere in the hospital, in like a secret section that you unlock to progress the story, or in like the underground slave basement where they had like the prisoners that they were experimenting on. Like you could have had it there too. Like, no, we need you to go through this house, walk through it, and then walk through it again with an extinguisher that just kills everything in front of you. On the character, by the way, that is supposed to be survival horror and everything is supposed to be scary, you're just gonna get this kill everything button. The kill everything gun. Strongest weapon in the game. Acid flamethrower. You escape there, you run up the stairs, and then you're like, you need to go, you need to go! And then the zombies start popping out of the ground because they're, I guess, awakened, and then you crash a helicopter. You go back as Leon. Now we're fucking Leon again. Another 10 minute, maybe 15, depending on the boss fight. Sniper, hey, Leon, he had a sniper rifle. Everybody loves Leon sniping. You're sniping from the rooftops, you're covering her. Not too crazy. And then you go down and meet up at the church. And then she goes on and you deal with the boss. And then once you deal with him, the boss, then you are back as Grace. And you get a fairly short, I did do it in one go, where big monster lady's back, and then you navigate like the sewery area to like light it up and open it up, right? During the helicopter crash, the little baby girl does get injured. She's dying. So you get another section that's like another hour-long minimum. It's got to be at least an hour of Grace. So we have 15 minutes of Leon, and most of it is just waiting around to like shoot zombies that come at Grace while she knocks down the door. So take that for what you will, if that's gameplay or not, I don't know. You get through that, you light everything up, Leon shows up, kills her, or she kills her, I don't fucking know. She dies, monster girl dies, and then you go back to baby girl mutates into a monster, and then Leon at that moment kills her. Grace gets really upset about that. If this was like The Walking Dead, a thing would have popped up in the top left saying Grace did not like that, because, you know, she was fine killing people that were like half mutated zombies, and making them explode violently, but she cares about this little girl that mutated into a monster, because the little girl helped her read Braille for one puzzle. We need to get into Grace's character as well, and how stupid of a fucking FBI agent she is, and one of the reasons why this game is so bad, especially in its story. That'll be for later. Leon deals the monster because it's a mutated monster. You're probably not going to be able to cure it necessarily, and it's going to kill you if you don't kill it. She gets mad, drops Requiem, leaves. Just so happens they're really close to the umbrella explosion thing, because they're like on the outskirts of one town and they can see the crater of Raccoon City. Okay. Now we get Leon. Compared from far as gameplay 20 years ago, I feel like it would have been better. Yes, it could have been better. For sure. So now we're Leon. I think I beat Leon's section in 5 hours. Maybe 4. Again, I have to double check. But Leon's section is really good. The first bit. When you finally get Leon and you enter Raccoon City, like West Side, right? And you get to this thing, you see the BSAA are here. You fight the giant spider. You see Raccoon City decimated. This is good. This is good. This is real good. Albeit, it did feel shorter than Grace's, but it did feel good. Investigating the city, I felt like I was playing Silent Hill 2. I went to this town, there's fog everywhere, it's scary, abandoned, silent. I felt like I was playing Silent Hill 2, and that was really cool. And we get through all of his shit, doing the gas station arena, and which is a problem with Leon, where everything felt like an arena. I didn't feel like I was exploring an area. I felt like I was going to an arena, which was like the only bad thing I would take away from Leon's section, because you had like the strip of road, and it's like, okay, time to do the warehouse arena, time to do the apartment arena, time to do the gas station arena, time to do the window arena, where you're shooting the glass panes on the windows and making zombies drop. Right? They were fun for sure, and they felt good to play, but it did get a little repetitive, that it wasn't like I'm navigating this horrible police department and zombies are pouring in from every fucking window and I'm trying to barricade everything, and I feel this sense of dread of like there could be anything around a corner and something could have spawned behind me and I don't know. It could have just crawled through an open window. I didn't feel that sense of dread. Now, granted, as Leon, I'm probably not supposed to feel that at this rate. But it wasn't like the only thing we got were zombies can spawn from the ground. They were just taking a nap. They were hibernating like bugs in the ground, and then they like shimmy up and they're like, oh, food, and then they just slowly attack you. But the first Leon part was really good, and Leon doesn't really get any Grace interruptions. There's no like with Grace, you get like a little bit of Leon doing something, even if it is for 10 minutes. With Leon's section, there wasn't like I got to a point and then I had to pause Leon and then go to her and do something. That never happened. If it did, it was just a cutscene about her like flying in the helicopter talking with someone, which is what I believe happened when Leon completed the first section and got on the bike and then drove through. We get a little bike shooty scene. That's fun, you know, reference to movies, whatever. It's fun. A little clunky on the reload button for some reason, but it's fun. We get through that, and now we're in the member berry territory where they really push it, and in some parts they did a good job, in other parts it was too much. Leon pulls up, says we can't go any further. Roadblock, can't get any further on the bike, we have to walk. You walk, and you're greeted with Resident Evil 2 Remake's version of the Raccoon City, the police department, where you enter, right, and you're navigating through the cars, where all the zombies were like swarming you and you were like running by them. And then you get to the gate is still locked, just like you left it. He unlocks it from the other side and goes in. In this section, it is completely abandoned except for 2 zombies. So you're telling me, and this is where Leon starts to kind of fall apart a little bit. Leon, which has been introduced as the combat-focused storyline in this game, has gotten back to the RPD, and you couldn't do some cool flashback thing where he's having PTSD, and it's like, well, it's not really like actual zombies there, but it counts, right? He's having flashback, PTSD flashbacks. He's shooting zombies from RE2 Remake. He's back in RE2 Remake, and he's like panicking, and he's like, oh. And then he's shooting at walls and stuff, and that would have been fine, because it would reiterate that is gone. There's nothing here. There's nothing to be afraid of in the real world, but he's having these awful memories coming back to him. And then it cuts to you like just shooting at a wall, and like, why am I shooting at this wall? You know what I mean? That would have been way cooler. Instead, it was you walk through everything, you get the member berries. Grace is the best FBI agent. You are like far behind True Hype there. You are like 10 minutes behind. You need like refresh. Grace is not the best FBI agent, and that FBI bureau has no clue what the fuck they're doing, and we'll get in on that. So we get to Leon, and we're in Raccoon City, and we're finally playing as him. It opens up good. We get to Raccoon City. We get to the RPD, is what I mean. You get no combat. You just get... Right. You navigate a little bit, and then this is where the gray section comes in. Again, filler. Filler. Nothing burger with Grace's section. We get to this part. Grace is here talking with Wesker 2.0. Literally, just Wesker. He grew. I need to restart my brain. That's true. I did. This is another model I have. I want to hug you even more. Yeah, you can come hug me. So we end up going into the one section that you first enter in an RE2 remake, and you get into that hallway. It's real scary. Everything's just bright and dead. You get there. Oh, wait, no, excuse me. You navigate around, and you encounter one zombie banging on the vending machine, which is a reference to that from earlier in RE2 remake. He's banging on, like, the soda machine, and you kill him. You walk around, you get tofu. You get, like, 2 puzzles to solve. You get two puzzles to solve, and then you get, like, a zombie just respawn later as well. So you get 2 zombies, counted them 2, 1, 2, on one paw, 2 zombies that you get in the combat focused action campaign. You get 2 zombies. Then after navigating that and solving the 2 puzzles and kind of retreading the area and getting hit with the member berries, and getting a little bit more lore on some things you didn't catch earlier from when Leon first went in. He gets, like, more notes about, like, the captain and him talking about a secret party or whatever. Then we get to where Grace is. We get there, and Wesker is talking with her and is trying to make her remember, like, certain things. And Leon is camping and listening in. Now we get Grace, her interruption section, where Leon was like, I'm going to navigate a boss room and, like, 2 other rooms. I'm going to navigate the balcony and snipe. You know, her is... Do you remember the children's orphanage? Do you remember it? Literally 1-to-1, no different, 1-to-1. Hi, Silverfang. Literally 1-to-1. Literally 1-to-1. And you even do similar things. Where, like, in the first game, RE2 Remake, you were the little girl and you had to avoid the big scary police chief. Now you gotta avoid the swarm of, like, little girls with red eyes. The little sisters. They were literally little sisters from BioShock. Right? It's the little sisters. Oh, you're an angel. Time to make you an angel. Like, basically. Literally what it was. You then go through that. That freaked me out. Yeah, that was scary and freaked me out, but also it was filler. You got no ammunition, you got no health, you got no anything, you got no story, you just had to run through the section. That was it. Cool. Great, thanks for that filler, game. That's what I want in my Leon S. Kennedy playthrough, is me to take a break, play a little girl, and have to hide under a bed and wait 5 minutes, then progress forward, and then hide under a table and wait 5 minutes, and then go forward more and be like, oh, can't do that, and double back and hide back under the table and wait 5 minutes, then come back out, and then realize the hallway is clear, then pick up the key, drop it and make noise, and then hide behind some boxes and wait 5 minutes, then go through after the evil girls leave, the little sisters leave, open up the hatch and climb down the stairs and go into a secret underground church that I do not remember. And then you investigate a little bit there, and then you build a staircase and go up and get a fire poker, and then the girls start coming in, and then you escape. And now you're in a secret lab that the church was connected to, and then you walk around there, and then you watch a video and wait 5 minutes, and then you get captured, and then, like, that's the end of the video. Yeah, I wanted a section where I waited for 20 minutes and got a little bit of stuff that could have, no joke, just been like a 5-minute cutscene, and instead of waiting 20 minutes, I would wait 5, and then I would get a cutscene where she, like, I'm listening into the story. Hi, Shade Wolf. Where I'm listening to the story, and like she sees like the girls being like, oh, you're an angel, time to suck out your blood, and then like she's running and she goes through and sees all these things. Is what it could just been like a 5-minute cutscene. I didn't need to play that and wait 20 minutes. Could have been a 5-minute cutscene. Then she stumbles into the, you know, lab and then meets the scientist and then deals with that, right? After that, member Tyrant, member Mr. X,
imprisoned
Forever Tychus,
1,000 years.
High Closet, member Tyrant, member Mr. X. We love Mr. X. We love Tyrant. So then Wesker 2.0, member Wesker, summons Mr. X, and then you just run away from him in the RPD. So it's like, remember RPD, remember RE2 remake, remember Leon and run away from it from Sexy Super Cutie. That's true. And so you run away from him, and then he just straight up vanishes. Remember Closet? Yeah. He straight up vanishes. What the fuck? So then, and this is the most egregious thing I've ever seen in my life. Okay. Oh my god. We've been talking for a while. We then get Leon like leaves the RPD after solving all the puzzles, right? And then basically goes and fights the Tyrant, goes to fight Mr. X. So it's Mr. X fight 2.0. Literally the same thing, no rocket launcher. He dies, and then you progress. And you walk for 15 minutes, navigating through all of the areas, and you walk for 15 fucking minutes. No zombies, no plant monsters, nothing until plant monster. Nothing. You get nothing. It's just walking, and it's not even like familiar areas. I didn't recognize any of them. You get the kendo shop. You do get, I forgot about that. You get the kendo shop, so that's like the one member berry. And then you have the member berry of the police department's parking garage. And you get that member berry as well. So you do those, forgot about that. Then you walk for 15 minutes past the gun shop, and you just encounter nothing forever, and then you finally go down and the plant monster's there, and you encounter nothing. You don't even encounter the plant zombies that are weak to fire. Hey, he's gotta get his daily walkies in. You don't even encounter the plant monsters. They don't even make you remember plant monsters. Remember them. Remember how you had to shoot their pustules. Well, you don't have any fire weapons as Leon. You don't have a flamethrower as Leon, so it's gonna be really hard. Oh, you get that. You get a plant monster that has bulbs that you shoot. And then you progress. Then you get plant monster boss, which is really easy. Then we get to the lab. And the lab, I think, is really good on Leon's part. And I think the lab, I would have to say, to make this quick and brief, the lab, I think, is good with Leon and with Grace. I think the lab section was good. I feel like both them were roughly the same amount of time. Leon is encountering guys shooting back at him. And Grace has to deal with a shitload of lickers. I think Grace's section was a little bit longer, although I did fuck up and have to like loop 5 times when I should have done 1 loop. So that was a big mistake I did as Grace. So that's why I'm thinking it feels longer, but I did like that big liquor cabinet fucking 2-3 zombies with 12 liquors room, and like you get to the one room and then you have like the window you jump through and you're on the 2nd floor. I should have done that once. I fucked up multiple times in a panic and had to do it multiple times. So there's that, and also again having to stealth through things a little bit and take things a little bit slower. But I think both sections on the lab were done perfectly. I think they were good. Resident Evil 15 Elder Care, pretty much. So I think the lab was good, but it starts out real slow, real rough with Grace, and then kind of gets better as you play with Leon, but then gets kind of real bad. There's a lot of shit that just, like, they could have done better and, like, didn't. And I feel like, in the end, this game was meant to spotlight Grace, and they did a poor job at that, and they didn't think she'd be likable because they did a very awful job spotlighting her, so they brought in Leon. And overall, this makes the Leon sections, which are far superior than the Grace sections, 100%, because we talked about the story. Mechanically, this game is so easy to abuse that it loses all scare factor. Okay, I'll answer your question in a second, Closet. I'll answer that in a second. Like, for each section, what I would give it. Let me talk about the mechanics of each thing and how each thing felt mechanically. So, because we went over the story, now I want to go over, like, the mechanic stuff. In short, Grace is supposed to be a self-survival game where you're meant to sneak by things as much as possible and only execute certain targets that are problems. This was all right, but it falls flat on its face when you realize that zombies just won't go through certain doors. They just won't. They won't enter the main hallway. They won't enter certain areas. You can trigger certain events that cause things to spawn, and you can trigger certain events to cause things to not chase you. It is so easy once you realize, you know, you look beyond the curtain, see the man behind the curtain, that it is incredibly easy to just, like, sprint through most things, completely avoiding the horror of it all, and just get through it. It's really dumb and really bad. And as I said, the Grace introduction was done really well, and I felt like I was fighting for my life, and I felt like I was trying to survive, and I was trying to outsmart this monster. Afterwards, it just felt like, hi, Thane. Hi, sweetie. Afterwards, so I think I need to reset my thing. So I'm, like, looking up a lot. No, that should be better. Okay. So then, as I said, gosh, it was called Sweetie. You big sweetie. Hi, Green Yoshi. So then we get, these sections are just like, they just fall flat on their face. When you realize that, like, you know, you can walk by things, which is, like, fine, but when you realize you can just run by things and you'll pretty much be fine, it just ruins the whole, like, I'm a little girl trapped in this mansion, I don't really have much ammunition, I need to be careful about what I do, and be careful with who I engage, and be careful about making noise, because if I shoot my gun, it'll alert the other zombies. Like, these are things that I was worried about, and why it took me longer, but then other people were just like, I'm just gonna run through it and get it done. I could almost sworn I heard a mild Boston-esque accent. No. Hi, Elijah. Oh, I miss you so much. I miss you too, Elijah. So, we go through those Grace sections, and it ends up just being so abusable, right? And it's like, the safe rooms are safe rooms. They've always been safe rooms. Zombies haven't been able to enter them. But it just feels like I can abuse it, like, real easily. And it's so obvious, and it doesn't feel scary anymore. So then it loses all scare factor. So her sections just fall so fucking flat on their ass. Like, so bad. Then we get into Leon. Leon starts off real strong if you exclude the Leon interludes during Grace's section. Leon's tutorial is amazing. I love how, like, the people are getting infected and the city's getting hit with an outbreak, and it's like calling back to RE2 where, like, everybody's running, or RE3 in this case. I think RE3 is the more apt one. In RE3, everybody's running. Oh my god, they're zombies! And then, like, they do that thing. It was a lot like that. I mean, the thing about Grace's shit agent at the start, barely newbie material, no choice, boss sending her to investigate a hotel where mom died, also doesn't grow at all. She checks clearly dead people, and their little girl turns a zombie horror in a sense. Yeah, there's that I need to go off of too. So before I forget, thank you, True Hyper. Before I get into Leon's, story-wise, before I forget, Grace is an FBI agent. She works for America as a very important civil servant person. Okay? Her FBI agency sent her to investigate an old case of like this incident that she was involved with, which also, it doesn't matter about facing your fears. Because she is biased, they would have never sent her to investigate this. Thane, you're 100% correct. You are 100% correct with that quote. This game is a huge member berry, and if you go check the VOD Thane, when you go check the VOD and you go back to like an hour from now, you'll see me be like, remember this, remember that, remember this. It's so on the nose. Literally. Wesker 2.0, Mr. X 2.0, Raccoon City 2.0. Like, it's just, there's too much going on. Already talked about it. Before I get into the Leon gameplay section, we have the Gray story of like, first of all, she was involved with that incident, so she is biased and not going to be able to focus on her mission, her job, and do it proper. So this means that Grace should have never gone to the FBI agent whatsoever, and it would have made sense if later we learned that the agent, which we never did, and I got every single note. We never did, and I got every single note. If Umbrella or some mysterious person was behind it and paid off the police chief, right, or the FBI chief. Yes, if it was all a trap, right? If it was a trap, and so the police chief was paid a shitload of money and he was corrupt, and the police chief guy, the FBI chief guy, have the same thought? Yes. If he was paid off to do it, and he knew he wasn't supposed to do it, but he did anyway for a huge bonus from this mysterious person, he took the money and sent Grace there, that would eliminate this. Makes sense. He was corrupt. He gets fired later, whatever. And he was bought out and was told, send Grace here to investigate this thing and have her go alone. That would make sense. I read every single note except for one. I missed one in the hotel. I don't know what that note was. No note ever talked about, hey, make sure you pay the FBI guy to like send Grace to the hotel. Not once. Which means this was a decision made with good intentions. It was not paid off. It wasn't evil. It wasn't backstabby. This was made with good intentions. He genuinely wanted Grace to face her fear about her mother's death. The whole setup there falls flat on his face story-wise because, one, FBI agents never go alone. They always have a buddy. I understand what they were trying to do. They wanted her to be alone in the dark area. I'm too old for this shit, paid off and accepted it. It would have been fine, but that was not the case. We've agreed that is not the case. FBI agents probably never go alone to anything, and there's always a buddy. Because if anything happens, they have the buddy system, and the other person is there to ensure the job gets done, or that they can get out of any sticky situation. So her being sent alone makes no goddamn sense. You could have sent her with another FBI agent, or had her and the police officer tag team up, and then later the police officer or the tag team FBI agent gets kidnapped by a mysterious person, and she doesn't know what happens, and the door gets locked. If she was sent with two people and then segregated from that person by some mysterious means because she was looking at a photo and then she looks back and he's gone and goes, where the fuck did you go? And she was calling a friend and starts looking for him. She finds him. He's been like, I've been stung by a bee. And then turns to a zombie. And then that easily could have played it out. Would have been perfectly fine. Perfectly fine, story-wise, in that aspect. Grace also wouldn't have been there in the first place, ever. Because, again, she's biased. She was here. She's not going to be able to think properly. She's going to have traumatic memories. And any information that she gathers in a court of law can be deemed as, well, Grace was involved with it. She's biased. So any information she gathers that could help the case and bring people to justice would get thrown out in court anyway. So it would have made sense if he was making her do this illegally and he was paid under the table secretly that was not the case. So here's there any types of police, security, ambulance, firefighter. It's always a pair. Always. It's always people in groups. It's always people in groups. And it was not. And it could have easily been written in the story. The idea was they wanted you to feel alone from the start and scared from the start. Which is true, that worked. But you could have separated the police officer pretty goddamn fucking quickly, like, and early on, where you had him for a little bit and then he's taken away from you. And now you're no longer safe. And now you're worried because he was there and now he's not. What happened to him? Something's in this house with me. Something is here watching me. That would fill you up with so much more dread rather than the door locking. So that flops over. That flops over so bad. And it drags her down and this entire game down heavily in the story department. Back to Leon. Gameplay. Leon's gameplay is absolutely amazing. I love the combat. I love the action. It feels like Resident Evil 4 on fucking steroids. I'm grabbing chainsaws. I'm throwing chainsaws around. I've got this sick-ass axe. I'm doing axe combos. I'm like doing gun executions, axe executions. It feels great. The gameplay, not the story and the progression. The gameplay is out of this world. Yeah, remember RE4? Remember RE4? Remember Leon? The gameplay feels good. It's everything I want in a RE4 like remaster, an RE4 game. It's when you're trying to replicate RE4, it's everything I could have ever asked for, wanted, dreamed for, all of it. Could have entirely, like, I was happy. When I was playing Leon's sections, I was mad that they were short. I wanted more. I wanted more. And when I finally get to Leon and you get that west side of Raccoon City, you're like, I'm eating good. Then it falls off hard in the middle, then picks back up and it reclaims itself towards the end at the lab. It gets a little bit better in the lab. But it's just like the Leon sections were so good and I wanted so much more, and it did feel like combat arenas, which is like a big negative. It felt like I was just walking from arena to arena and I wasn't exploring areas. I was just walking toward an arena. That felt bad. But everything else went good. If I had to rate this game is not worth $70. This game is not at all worth $70. This game is $35, $40. Wait for a sale, first and foremost. This game is fairly short. It took me a long time to beat it because I thoroughly explored everything. But the game, a lot of people are beating it in like sub 10 hours. Game is fairly short. Okay. I don't think you should buy this game at full price, whatever full price is. I don't think games are necessarily worth $70 either, but $70 is the new standard right now. At least it's what it feels like. It's not worth 60. It's not worth 70. It's not worth 80. It's not worth whatever the price is right now. Buy this bitch on a sale. Wait for it to be 35, 40 bucks. 40 bucks I think is a fair price for this game. Okay? Number one. That. 2 out of 10. Not a 2 out of 10. But out of a score of 10. This is like a 5. And it's only a 5 because Leon carries it so fucking hard. Leon's story is interesting. The Raccoon City virus is weird and comes out of nowhere, but it's interesting. Him like trying to do all these things are interesting. His engagement, everything is so good. Okay, a handful of others. Price tag, but it's clearly not. Yeah. So Leon is carrying this game hard. I would probably rate it a 4 out of 10 if it wasn't for like Leon really carrying it hard. Grace is this huge fucking anchor of bullshit. Mary Sue, just like crazy shit that it just doesn't feel good to play. It feels like when I'm playing Grace, I want to feel like I'm a little girl being swarmed by monsters and I'm trying to survive and I'm trying to outsmart them. And instead what I got was a puzzle. Section 7. I don't know what any of that means. So Oh, are you rating? Oh, you're rating Grace's section. Got it. When you separate them. Right. I was going to get into that later. So, and I'll get into that later in a second. But the Grace stuff was just like, it didn't feel like I was surviving from a swarm of zombies. It felt like I was just moving puzzle pieces, and it didn't feel good. Right? You have to give the illusion that you are just surviving this awful zombie outbreak, and you didn't do a good job. You failed. You failed, Capcom. Respect the attempt to represent neurodivergence with the health of the game. There's no great mental health felt too shoehorned. Sorry, what mental health is incorporated? Yeah, I don't know if Grace being neurodivergent. Okay, Grace is an idiot. Which one? Grace is an FBI agent who knows zombies exist, touched someone and said they're infected, and also watched someone turn into a zombie and makes all of the wrong decisions. I'm sorry, there's no excuse for that. You know zombies exist. You know bioweapons exist. Bioweapons have been used, people have been getting infected, and you touch someone who's clearly infected. We am anxious, will girly pop? Well, I would be anxious too. Like, if I was like, you know, investigating a spooky dark area by myself, which I shouldn't have been doing anyway, I'd be scared. If I watched a man turn into a zombie before my eyes and then try and eat me, I'd be anxious about every person. I'd be losing my fucking mind. Yes, Mad Lord. These should have been separate games, which I was going to get into later. These should have been separate games. It should have been separate games entirely. Entirely separate games. But like, mental fortitude to handle business. Yeah, but what are you? Yeah, but what are you gonna do when like this guy turns into a zombie right in front of you and starts grabbing you and like gnawing into you? Like, how are you going to react to that? Like, she still got out. She didn't freak out and hide in a corner. She got out. She fought back. She grabbed the fire poker and put it in his eye, right? She was fighting back, right? So it wasn't like, oh no, okay, I guess I'm gonna get eaten now. Like, I can forgive that. I can't forgive when she is in a safe environment, her making stupid decisions, like touching a zombified corpse with her bare hands near its mouth. That was dumb. That is egregious. I don't know what they went for, because nothing really shows that. It gives she PTSD from, yeah. Then also, she shouldn't have been there in the first place, because she is having PTSD in that moment from her mom getting killed, right? So there's a lot of factors going into why in that scene specifically she's on edge and anxious, which makes sense. It's just, the problem is she shouldn't have been there in the first place. That's the dilemma. She should have never been there in the first place. Anyway, Leon combat good. Leon stuff good. The game is a 5 out of 10, worth $40, not 70. And Grace's sections are like a 2 out of 10, maybe a 3 towards the laboratory, but that's like the end game. So maybe like a 3 towards that, but it feels more like it feels shoehorned in. It feels like they're really pushing this, and it feels bad. And Leon ends up being like, yeah, like an 8 or 7 out of 10, with his combat feeling really good. But even though he's the combat focused guy, not getting enough action, not getting enough screen time, not getting enough play time. Overall, these two games are juxtaposing way too hard, and they should have been separate. This game should have been about Leon, and it should have been the member berry about Leon, and maybe not go so hard on the member berries until you get to Raccoon City, and then maybe you get Grace as like a DLC, and it's significantly shorter, and you're not going through the entire fucking mansion of the hospital, right? And you get some Grace stuff that goes in on what she's kind of doing, and you have Grace appear in Leon's story a couple times, and she's like doing stuff and helps you out when she does properly in the story. you know, moving the crane and like, you know, you're protecting her and doing all these other things. But then you could maybe do a DLC for like $20 and it's like Grace's sections. That would have been fine. That would have been fine. And then you just shorten Grace's sections because it would have, if it was a DLC, if it felt like a puzzle, it would have been fine because it's a DLC, not the meat and potatoes of the game. It's not the meat and potatoes. It's a DLC where you get to like see what she was kind of dealing with. You do a smaller version of the hospital. You do the starter section of it, right? You do all like the important things, right, as Grace, and you solve these puzzles, right, as Grace. I was almost a 20-year-old, so I have a muscle memory. Yeah. Leading to guns. Yeah. Well, this one, what you're talking about would be the first zombies. That's definitely weird. That is a plot beat that is messed up, but the variant that Grace encounters in her storyline is this weird hybrid version where it's a mutated version of the original T-virus. They're still zombies, but they have some better mental faculties than normal zombies. So, like, in that makes sense. And they're walking around with candelabras and knives and stuff. That makes sense because they're like some weird mutated version. When Leon goes back to Raccoon City and the zombies get up from the ground and they're using weapons and stuff, that doesn't make sense because those zombies in RE2 original never did that, and this would not have that. These zombies should not be infected with the variant T virus at all. And the BSAA agents should not have been infected with the variant T virus at all either. None of that makes sense. You are correct in that. You are correct. So that's just weird. I chalked it up as, for gameplay reasons, they needed to keep that because Leon is the most action orientated, and if they were just normal zombies that shambled towards you, it would be a cakewalk and it wouldn't be as interesting in gameplay. So I've foregone it. The BSAA agents, like, that doesn't make sense how they were most likely bit by the original filler episode of Zombies. Yeah. It just doesn't make sense why they can still use their guns and stuff. It makes sense that they might like have their guns in their hands, like maybe there's like rigor mortis and like they didn't drop their guns and maybe they accidentally pulled the trigger every now and then. But them like actually aiming and shooting at you or holding a grenade, it just, again, it was a callback to RE4 because RE4 had the Las Plagas, which allowed you to keep your mental faculties to a degree. You could use weapons and they would, right? So it was meant to be Las Plagas 2.0, right? Was basically on Leon's situation. Another member moment, pretty much. But yeah, so that's it. Story, you're juxtaposing two things that don't work out really well together. Grace's section could have been greatly reduced and turned into a DLC, and then it could have been like you learn about Grace, and then Grace is going to be in RE10. That would have been fine, and then Leon. It should have just been, you should have just done either a Leon game where it's a member Leon, or you should have just done a Grace game with no Leon in it. Maybe making a Leon DLC, and you have a Leon one. You could honestly do both. You go either route of making a Leon game with Grace as a DLC, or you can make a Grace game with Leon showing up as DLC content to get more story. I think both are viable options that you could have done, but instead you opted on Ada Wong dead. I have no clue. Ada Wong was not mentioned once, and I'm shocked that they didn't bring Ada Wong back. They brought literally everybody else back. They did not bring back Ada Wong. Alright. We've talked enough. Game is 5 out of 10. Buy it on sale. Don't buy it full price. Don't fall for this shit. Jill or Chris? Chris is mentioned. Chris is mentioned at the end. He doesn't show up, but he is mentioned. They brought back Hunk. Oh my god, the Hunk fight. Hunk comes out of nowhere, still working for Umbrella. I don't know why. And we fight him and kill, question mark, him. And that fight was cool, but also was so fucking out of left field. Oh my god, the Hunk. Like, why? Why? Why at all was he here? What was he doing? He's here with a team. Does he work for the BSAA now? He's also got the Wesker virus because he's moving like Wesker. He's like, right? And this is a callback because it was the axe fight. This is a callback to Hunk from RE2 and a callback from RE4 when you get Leon's like captain who trained him how to knife fight. Does anyone remember that? Remember when Leon fought that big buff guy and he had the knife and he was like juking bullets? What? You don't remember that? You don't remember when Leon in RE4? No, he would juke bullets. You couldn't shoot him. He would juke bullets. I have to relook up the video, but you can't shoot him. You have to axe fight him. You have to parry him and axe fight. QD for a blonde dude? Yeah. In this game. You shoot him, and then you try and shoot him again, and he, like, ducks and dives and dodges, right? Or am I just stupid and just was like, oh, this is a knife fight, we gotta fight with our knives? And then you have to parry him so you can get him on the ground so you can shoot him. Because, like, he's stunned. Anyway, it was 100% a callback to... Yeah, Jack Krauser. Thank you. It was 100% a callback to Jack Krauser. It felt like Jack Krauser. It just felt like that. Except Hunk didn't mutate. So anyway, let's go through all this stuff for like the last 30 minutes and then we'll end the stream. That's my thoughts. The game is weak. The game is fun in certain aspects and bad in other aspects. The Leon sections are good. The girl sections are bad. Basically buy this game for like $35. Buy it half off. And then like sprint through the girl sections. Don't worry about anything in the girl sections. Just run and solve the puzzle. And then keep running back to the main room. And do everything as fast as you possibly fucking can. And then as Leon, go back and kill everything for fun. So we got some Leon costumes. We got like his RE4 fit. Got that. Grace has costumes. And also we have Apocalypse because I pre-ordered. Just weird skins. We have the Alligator Snapper for Leon. Or a Tactical Light. I don't know why that's necessary. You receive points, so we need to use these points. So, main story complete. Challenges have been unlocked. So we have challenges and stuff that we can do. Complete the main story on Sanity. Yeah, no. I completed 34 of the challenges. That's good. Play it on Classic. Play it on Insanity. Use an ink ribbon. You have to play on that version. I'm not doing that. Craft every possible item with Leon. Shit! What was the one item I didn't craft? I don't know. I didn't ever use Requiem because Requiem was so bad for Leon. Cut off a tongue? Damn. Yeah, I could have gotten... Fuck. There's one fucking case There's one. I'm 74 out of 75. I'm so mad. Destroy every I got almost all the Mr. Raccoons. I missed a couple. Complete the main story by releasing Elpis within 4 hours. You can beat this game in 4 hours. Yeah, the final puzzle. That's for something I don't know. Grace's report. Okay, what's this? We got 30 minutes. Let's go through it quickly. It's a weird ChatGPT name. Yeah. Okay, so this is Grace's report. So this is her investigation. In 1998, Raccoon City was devastated by a massive outbreak caused by a leak from a pharmaceutical giant, Umbrella. The United States government responded to launching a missile strike to wipe out the infected, eradicate a blockade, seal off the city. In 2004, following court trial, Umbrella was declared bankruptcy. A complete account of the event was never released. However, in October of 2026, it was discovered that the city had been used as a hub for the production of trafficking bioweapons. This report reveals that the established narrative of the Raccoon City incident was falsified and elucidates newly discovered surroundings of the incident. In 1968, to properly understand the truth, we must first go back to the beginning. In 1968, Spencer, James Marcus, and Edward Ashford. Right, that's the Zero guy. Elpis got as a hope and grief mythology. Oh, that makes sense. So these people founded Umbrella. Having witnessed the horrors of the Second World War and the dread of the Cold War, Spencer felt a sense of despair as watching a world repeat the same mistakes. It was his duty to bring back a change to humanity. As stated, the court records Raccoon City incident, his ultimate goal was bring the viral evolution of the human race. Thus, he relentlessly pursued the virus research through illegal and inhumane means. This fact remains unchanged. In the 70s, in the very beginning, Umbrella, the company faced rapid change and intense internal strife, most notably the sharp ideological divide between Spencer and Marcus. According to the court records, this conflict was cited as a primary factor leading toward the unusual developments which followed. In 78, James Marcus developed the T virus, which would go on to become the cause of the outbreak. Okay, thanks. In the 80s, this is a crucial period for the understanding and basis of what caused the incident and truth behind the entire case. Spencer's influence on the ARC establishment. Spencer used international politics to have Marcus demoted, absorbing the T-virus research into a facility under his own control. From then on, Umbrella began to actively research and develop bioweapons under Spencer's leadership. The underground facility known as ARC, which was discovered during the recent events, served as administrative center of Umbrella's research. Several documents outlining Spencer's plans of ARC have also been discovered. Excerpt from confiscated records. Long-term strategic review, 1980-04-22. ARC-centric integrated research roadmap. Step 1, concentrated investment into Wesker's plan and the T-virus. Wesker being, him, who did the weird thing that he did. Establishment of ARC as central command center. Development of Elpis. Memory transport and forced evolution. The first record instance of similar word, Elpis. Connections involvement. The following document regarding Marcus's involvement were also discovered. Excerpt from confiscated from records 1986-03-38. James Marcus, Sender F Foundation, $30 million. This document shows a suspicious flow of funds being channeled to Marcus. Past FBI investigations revealed that the source of the funds, the F Foundation, which is one of the puppet organizations of the Connections. The F Foundation no longer exists. The Connections is a criminal organization that various government agencies have been sounding the alarm against for years. This illicit group at the heart of all this. Evidence suggests the Connections sought the involvement with Umbrella's central operations. Additional documents belonging to the protege of Marcus, Brandon Bailey, have been uncovered. This photo, by the way, in the background is of RE7. That is the little girl experiment. And then the girl that's right behind me, that's your wife in RE7, who you go to find. Telegraph log 1998 or 1988-09-96. Brandon Bailey, F Foundation. The Red Queen OG? No. Well, no, she's not the Red Queen OG. That's the little girl. She's not from the movies, but she might be based off the movies. Like, they maybe based her off of the Red Queen from the movies. She's a little girl that has control of the mold in RE7. And she's the grandma, spoilers. She's the grandma because she's aging rapidly. And so she projects herself as that photo is from RE7. So the Connections, one of the group was the people who are behind RE7. So you have the little girl, the family, she gets adopted by the family, and then she infects them and puppets them. Preparation complete. I think it's time you make contact with me directly, don't you? I wait your response. This is in case Bailey took over correspondence with the Connections, succeeding Marcus. Bailey was rumored to be the founder of the Connections, but he may have been only a small cog in the large machine. We now believe the Connections had deep root in the criminal underworld since before the 1980s. Much about the Connections remains unknown. This feels like a huge amount of expedition to try and rewrite the lore of the video game series, so they can kind of group all this up and make sense of the lore. Alright, well, I'll accept it, I guess. Spencer's Purge. In the order for Spencer to obtain complete control over Umbrella, he used force to deal with any internal opposition and influential adversaries. A list of these individuals, seemingly prepared by an associate of Spencer, was willingly discovered. Excerpt confiscated records, re-evaluation list. Following the CEO's re-evaluation protocol, measures have been taken against these individuals: Cheryl Moore, Michael Kramer, and James Marcus. Someone was omitted. 1990s, we're getting there. During this period, Umbrella would continue to grow and expand through the ties with the government, and the organization became so large that Spencer could no longer fully control it. I guess they keep it, but will they keep it, or will they do with either a Nuke Missile Barrage Nuke Again remake. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? But this is their attempt at trying to fix the narrative and the lore to give you something that's solidified, new, and updated to kind of set the narrative tone for any more games that come out. Is all I'm saying. Numerous accidents plagued Umbrella facilities around the world as a result of poor management. Furthermore, information was being leaked to rival organizations and connections due to moles who infiltrated the company. Yet, despite the circumstances, Spencer was able to thoroughly protect and complete his research at the Ark, the research Elpis. While most records regarding Elpis were lost with the destruction of Ark, a precious few remain. Excerpt from the confiscated records. Spencer's message, 1909 data missing. Tricell HCF, the family and Umbrella, Elpis shall bring an end to it all. The only information leaked about Elpis was that it had potential to upset military balance of the entire world. However, strictly managed password known only to Spencer was needed to access it. What is Elpis? Elpis is a powerful antiviral drug. However, this was unknown to those who sought it. The connections and the other black market groups specifically thought it to be a powerful bioweapon with the potential to control human minds. This confusion likely stemmed from the fierce competitive surrounding bioweapon development. It was common knowledge that Spencer, and the developer of Elpis, aimed for the evolution and control of humanity through viral technology. Completion of Elpis. So this is like the little girl. I don't know if this is the one that turned to the monster or the one that we rescue and then turns to a monster, or if this is me. I can't remember. Or Grace in this case. Based on data taken from Custody records and changes in Spencer's behavior, we believe Elpis was completed around the mid-1990s. Out of this period, so everything happened, by the way, just so we're clear. 1998 is when the T virus broke out. And Spencer was like, hold on, guys. I have it right here. Like, just use this. Awesome. But I don't know if you turn into a zombie if you were injected. It might be different things that helps with. I don't think the virus one. I think you kind of die. I don't think that would cure you. After this period, records showed marked decrease in number of public statements from Spencer. A similar decrease in activity was also observed at Raccoon City Orphanage. They really love that orphanage. Certainly expected the children in the orphanage have been long used for experimentation. This is the photo recently, I think. So all like the little girls they used testing on. And maybe boys. While Spencer frequently visited the orphanage, records indicate he stopped in the 1990s. Furthermore, the orphanage was under research jurisdiction of William Birkin. He's the police chief who was corrupt in the late 90s. Birkin turned against Spencer, ultimately leading to the leak of the T virus. What? Oh no, excuse me. Birkin was not the police chief. I mixed it up. I tell you that. Birkin was the scientist who went to steal the T virus, and then it leaked out. Right? Okay. Okay. My bad. I mixed up names because they were talking about the orphanage, and then they said jurisdiction of. So I thought it was police officer because he mentioned jurisdiction. Usually, jurisdiction refers to police officer. That's why I thought it was police officer. Okay. The meat and potatoes. By the way, while I have this up, listen. Capcom, you want to make money? Bring back Outbreak, File 1 and 2, combine them, remaster them, make it a live service game, actually treat it fucking right, and tell stories about the survivors of the Raccoon City incident. Everyone and their mother who has played Resident Evil loves Raccoon City. They love it. They eat it up. They gobble it. Tell more 1998 Raccoon City stories. Tell us more. We want more. We want more. Thank you. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The Sea virus leaked from the research facility in Raccoon City caused the unprecedented outbreak. In response, the government decided to launch a missile strike on the city under the pretense of containing the spread. However, this is where we've been misled. The missile strike was not launched to prevent the spread of the infection. A plan was formed to disrupt the relationship between the government and Umbrella and shift the blame for all illegal activities onto Spencer. Found records indicate the connections lobbied for the missile strike. Also from the confiscated records, access log, first assembly minutes. Ark had been secured, commenced the missile strike. The blame will fall solely on Spencer. With this, Umbrella will be dismantled and will seize all their assets. We need more cities named after vermin. Maybe Possum City should be next. Yes. But the thing is, people love Outbreak and they love like just normal people trying to survive, and they want that co-op feature. And that Capcom knows this. It's why 5 and 6 were co-op, because they wanted like this like shared experience, and that's what they need to do. 4-player co-op, Left 4 Dead, but slower and more puzzly. Keep in mind, they probably had the orphanage for T-Virus for, yeah. The T-Virus ability to transform humans into tyrants significantly enhance the individual's high-level beta heteroneurons serotonin hormones secreted by child's brain under stress. Yeah. No, for sure. That's probably a thing that happened. Their goal was the acquisition of Umbrella assets, particularly the thing they believed would disrupt the world's military balance, Elpis. Due to Bailey's involvement, the Connections were aware of Umbrella's inner workings prior to Raccoon City incident. This set them up for swiftly secure ARC before instructing the government to carry out the missile strike. After Raccoon City, the trials. As it is well known, the trials are held after the events of Raccoon City. Testimony from Raccoon City survivors, along with the evidence submitted by the Global Pharmaceutical Consortium, demonstrated the scope of Umbrella's nefarious activities. Evidence against the Spencer was presented at the trials by his subordinate Albert Wesker. Right. It is now evident that Wesker was linked to the Tricell, which in turn had strong ties to Connections. Therefore, it is highly likely that the pressure from the government and the Connections was during the trials. In 2004, following the outcome of the trials, Umbrella was forced into bankruptcy. Just as the Connections and the government intended, Spencer was held accountable as CEO and he disappeared from the public eye. Acquisition of ARC. The Connections and the government seized ARC during the Raccoon City incident. Okay, that's crazy. Thereafter, ARC served as a base for the research, development, and distribution of bioweapons. Documents also believed to be a transaction list have also been seized. These list Umbrella's competitors along with organizations that were previously found guilty of illegal activity. Unfortunately, most evidence was lost with the collapse of ARC. Recovery efforts continue, but this is unlikely. Proliferation of bioterrorism. Now, this feels like 6. I think this shot might be more closer to 6, maybe 2, maybe 3. Following the Raccoon City incident, weaponized viruses developed by Umbrella were leaked. Subsequently, instances of bioterrorism utilizing this technology spread around the globe. In 2013, President Adam Benford was assassinated by a bioterrorism attack. Intelligence agencies report that the president wished to reveal the full truth of the Raccoon City incident. It is possible that President Benford was privy to the facts revealed in this report. Spencer's final years. So now we're in the RE9. Remaining records about Spencer after the dissolution of Umbrella are scarce, but a new source of information has recently come to light. An interview conducted by Alyssa Ashcroft. Despite being responsible for countless atrocities, Spencer showed some signs of remorse in this interview. Having lost everything, he sought atonement. While Elpis is a powerful instrument that can render the vile weapons inert, it also has the potential as a panacea to be used for good. It is possible that Spencer's true motivations behind Elpis were peace and redemption. While he remained obsessed with evolution of humanity throughout his later years, most testimonies describe him as nothing but a senile old man. Spencer died in 2006 at his secluded estate. His true intentions behind developing Elpis will forever remain unknown. Conclusion. As we can see from the records, the Umbrella Corporation liquidation was intentionally orchestrated by the Connections and the U.S. government. Furthermore, they were involved in the illegal development and trafficking of bioweapons in Raccoon City. The extent to which past and present governments were involved requires further investigation. Much about the Connections remain shrouded in mystery, and most records of their involvement were destroyed alongside ARC. Countless lives have been lost. As the government officials, we have a duty to pursue the truth, and if anything, finding it will finally offer some closure to everyone who fell victim to the heinous action. FBI intelligence analyst Grace Ashcroft. So yes, that is just, you beat the game. Maybe if you probably have to collect all the documents in the game that I did, missing only one, which the tutorial thing you probably don't have to do. Behind the scenes video, models. Oh, I need okay, models, concept art, and we gotta unlock concept art. It's so cool. Yeah, but like so we have replay stuff. That's what these are. So these are just guns and like axes. And you have to do some things to... Oh, a little... Well, there she is. How long is the video? Okay. I can go a little longer. So what I can do is I can run my ad. Spend some of my points to unlock some concept art, to unlock some models, mainly the models. I'll run my 3-minute ad, and then we can watch the video, and we'll end looking at the models after I unlock everything during the ad break. Because I can go a little bit longer. We can go like an additional 30 minutes. I can microwave up my food. I'll be fine. I can extend it 30 minutes to watch the video. So let's knock out the ad. I'm going to unlock models. I want to unlock the models so we can view them. I want to unlock some of the concept. I won't unlock everything because I don't have enough points. But I'll unlock the stuff I think is the coolest, that I want to see the most of. And so we'll get to that. So I'm going to unlock everything during the ad break, and then after the ad break, we'll look at it and then play the video. So I'll see you all in 3 minutes. Okay, bye. All right. I don't want Grace as a teenager. Do that. Do like the basic thing. Leon Wheel? We'll do both because Leon's hot. And Leon RP because Leon's hot. Nathan Dempsey, don't care about that. The mom, sure. Important. The hooded man, yeah. I wanna look up. It's mostly gonna be the enemies. I do want to take a better look at this. Yeah, that's. I'm pulling up an image of that 100%. Who's Harry Reid? Oh, he's the helicopter guy. He's Wesker 2.0. I'm Zeno. My name is Zeno. The commander? You mean Hunk? The version. Grace is a teenager who we've never seen. Wolfhound Squad? Yo. Oh my god. Who's Norman Cole? Oh, he's the police officer. I want the monsters. This is funny, chunk. Just get the. I gotta be careful, huh? I don't need to see the girls. They creep me out. I don't need to see Mixer X. We've seen that. I don't need to see the plant. I like the stuff you encounter a lot. Keep in mind we have to. Okay, we got points. We're good. We can. We have enough points. We can. The enemies are what I want to see the most of. Okay, let's look at some concept art. I like looking at that. I want a guy to look like. Oh, that's awful. Like I like the areas. I like Doggy. I don't really care too much about that. Make sure I have enough points. I don't care about that. Gun's cool. Oh. Oh. Go back down. I was unlocking everything. Okay. Perfect. All right, now the ad break is over. We'll go through all this stuff. Hopefully I can skip through the stuff that I have unlocked. We have all these characters. We have the best character ever. Pretty cool. I like how they made him old. We love that. Right, we have her and then like getting fought by like the cultist and trying to escape. She gets like infected only on her hand though. We have this dude. I'm the big bad evil guy. No, I'm Zeno. I'm Wesker. I'm the big bad evil guy. No, I'm back. I'm the big bad evil guy. No, it's me. I'm the big bad evil guy. This is, I love concept art. I love this. This is like really good. Like these are just like the character focusing on like what are they going to look like. I get it. The ref sheets. But like this stuff is really cool. Like setting the tone. The Runwood Hotel and then him becoming the zombie. And then seeing him just chilling up there. You know what I mean? And then like him being like this is literally all shit. Here we go again. Maybe the big bad evil guy was the people who made it along like true. I love these ones that set the tone. The cops are there, it's raining, he's like, oh shit, here we go again. Like now I gotta deal with the chaos on the streets of Redwood. Like, and he's got like his axe right there. This is so good. Hey, look, we heard you like the fucking the big entry room with the staircase in the middle. This is the big monster girl. She all mutated. We got inside the care center. There's like a zombie eating someone on the steps. Then they have like the dining room scene. They really like that. They love the dining room and the zombies on that eating it. Blister heads. Absolute nightmare fuel. Like it's like brain goop and then like a billion teeth. I hate that. And we have Chunk. They called him Chunk. It's the fat boy. Crazy. The blister one, that was annoying. Proto-lickers, yeah. By the way, if you see this, does anyone know what SCP I'm talking about? Does anyone know the SCP I'm talking about? There's an SCP that, like, it's super popular, and if you look at it, it freezes. The neck snapper, yeah. If you look at him, he doesn't move. If you look away, he moves really quick, and he will snap your neck. So you have to have someone looking at him at all times. This is the most that SCP I've ever seen in my life. Raccoon City looked amazing. I love what they did with it. You have the spider thing. That's cool. East Raccoon did so good with East Raccoon. It was so good. You got the zombies here. All like dusty. BSAA camps that are all over the place. Highway. I don't want to dwell too much on this, but the dog is cute. A little bit. It's a little cute. I'm upset for Puppy, though. Puppy didn't deserve this. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. This is what we want. Bring it back. Just bring it back. What's wrong? Just bring it back. You have the orphanage and the RPD. And then Ark, which is the giant vault from Fallout. Then they're trying to show how it moves. That's cool. Inside Ark, and then they got Hunk for scale. I love Hunk for scale. This statue is weird. And I hated that statue. I hated it. This thing is weird. And then they're doing it like this weird topsy-turvy 69. Like, what the fuck are we doing? Again, love the Hunk for scale. Just a bunch of the pieces, bunch of the stuff. This weird, like, refining thing. Crazy was let loose, yeah. And then this is, like, what happens in the story. Zonk for skill. This is labs. Central portal. Portal? The fuck is that? And then like there's this Leon's fight through everything and the fight with the final boss. We got Requiem. They designed Requiem. Requiem is so cool. It is the weakest gun in the game. It's only good when Grace has it. When Grace has Requiem, it's amazing. When Leon has it, it's so pathetic and it's so bad. I never ended up using it that heavily, and I thought it was my Magnum. I thought it was my Magnum Dong, and it wasn't. It wasn't my Magnum Dong at all. I love this puppy dog sticker. This little puppy bow patch. Oh my god, I love it. And that'd be the concept art, so we're going through that. Not much to look at. The models are what I'm more interested in, because these, we get to rotate around. So we've got Grace. I just did like Grace in her standard outfit situation. I'm more interested in the monsters, because the models you get to look at, like the main characters you see a lot of, the monsters you kind of more or less are trying to avoid. She's got her Claire Redfield jacket. You know, she got her jeans, her boots. She's ready to go. And then this is the skin that we got. So we got this model for free. Yep, hair moves. It has bones. It has bones. I never used this outfit. I don't know why. This is like some pre-purchase DLC. It looks stupid, but whatever. Then we get him. No, up. How do I go up? Middle mouse. Middle mouse. We got him. Ooh, oh my god. This model looks so good. Oh my god. I need these shoes. Leon said all black with my Magnum Dong. That's what he said. Oh, no worry. I got the other Leon too. I can't wait for the mods. The zoom massage. It's not my fault. That's where the zoom goes. Will you yell at the developers? Yo, Leon, why are you like butt sweating right there? What is going on with the shading? Takes off the jacket. We got that. And then, of course, I want Leon physically hurt me. All good. I like that they have this. It's probably a costume you can get in the game. On Telegram. Is it the one where he's like restart? Ooh, restart? Because that's my favorite. Oh no, hold on. Okay, I'll look at this real quick. It's Boy Pussy Thursday. Are you boy pussying? We didn't see a whole lot of her. That's why I got her model. She's cool. Upset that she got turbo killed immediately. She looks nice. Design's cool. Here we go. So the hooded man. Who are you? Because I guess he's just one of the scientists. And he got like possessed and mind controlled, which is why he's all gooped up. And he was sent to kill. He got his little machete that he cuts her up with. So I think this is one of the scientists who was sent to kill her and like capture Grace as he's an infected thing by this dude. Someone showed up and they were like, I want to fuck this man. Also, what the fuck is he wearing? I didn't even realize that. The belt buckle is insane. Bro's got a corset on. He's trying to hold together his body with a... I didn't even notice that. I didn't even see this. This is why I like buying the monster models, because you don't pay attention to them too much. Imagine you play Grace's mom instead. The plot was entirely in the past and you investigate the events there. I don't know, that'd be pretty cool. Could be a DLC. Who knows? So he's wearing some corset that's too small for him. He has some weird hooded doctor robe that's like snakeskin. He over here, like, wearing fucking... He got gold teeth. Some guy came in my chat and said, I want to rail this man. He got chains on. Yeah, he really likes snakes, so he has a whole snake thing. He's even got, like... I didn't even notice on his hands, they kind of look like scales. He's got, like, a snake eye ring, and then his jacket looks like snakeskin. He also has chains that come down here. I never even noticed that. He has chains all over his body, and like he's got like some chain hooking here and on his hands. He's snaked up. So why is what is the relevance of that? Ouroboros maybe? Yeah, look at, you're gonna tell, come on chat. What's the SCP name? Look at the colors. Look at the colors, chat. What is this SCP? What is his name? What's the number? It's about transgenic memory for shedding of skin. Yeah, maybe that could be a reference to that. Is it SCP-173? Let me look it up, and then I'm gonna show you these two images, and you tell me. Yeah. Chat, come on. Chat, spot the difference. Chat, you tell me. We have like the vagina face with like the open kind of mouth thing here. You got that here. Resident Evil, yeah. And we got like the big bug eyes right here. They're the same thing, chat. Like, this is SCP-173. That's what she, yeah, comparing the face. Let's see, yeah. This is SCP-173. So this is what the little girl, like, they gave her a dumpy. This is what the little girl mutates into. It's got like the same fucking Vagusi face. It's just like they looked at the SCP and said, let's get as close to that SCP as we can get without like while being legally distinct. That's what it feels like. Here's Wesker. I didn't realize Wesker was gonna be in this game. So this man also, he has the virus, and he survived. So that means he was in Raccoon City, and they were just like, we want Wesker to be in the game, but Wesker's dead, so let's just make up Xeno, this new character. He works for the Connections, and he's also infected. He looking good though. He looking real good. And we're just gonna have him be Wesker 2.0. He is religious. He has literally a Jesus cross on his ear. Lazy Wesker. It's Christian Wesker. Look at his ear. Right by my mouse. I knew it was a cross, but it's actually a cross. It is like Jesus is on the cross. Still a bit of a hot daddy, a little bit. Metrosexual Wesker, 100%. 100%. It's what it's metrosexual Wesker. Brought him out of the volcano, merely a setback. You have the elite guards. These guys are cool. Like the hunk guys. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they're like jacked up into. I don't know what like, these breather things are. Maybe so they don't breathe in any gases. They're cool. Hunk. I don't know what the fuck Hunk is doing. I don't know why he's still here. This a pen? A marker? Bro taking notes? He is cool though. I would dress like this. In the zombie apocalypse, I will dress like this. That's how you dress in the zombie apocalypse. Have you pen and a Sharpie? Yeah, is that way you can mix them up. Hound Wolf Squad? Come on. Like, this is how you get me into Resident Evil. I want to be a part of the Hound Wolf Squad. And this is, yeah, look. I can't zoom in that far, but it's from RE8, which is why I got really into RE8, because this patch gave me a boner. Fluffy hoodies rock. I love these. I love this patch. You see this patch right here? I want one. I want this patch. I want this Wolf Squad werewolf patch. I want it. I want it so fucking bad. You see it right here? I want this patch. I need it. I need it. In fact, I'm gonna look up images. I'm gonna throw it on my fucking VR chat avatar somewhere. I need to throw it on it. I need to make a sticker. I'll make a sticker. I love it. Norman Cole. So this is the police officer that you encounter first. Vomiting up bile. He's like turbo infected. He's got his shotgun. They really wanted the zombies to feel like people. These are the Renwood zombies. And this is the one lady who's like, help me, help me. And then she like kisses a dude and rips his face off. This one in the back, I don't like this. I also don't like how they're all kind of like smiling. That's so weird. We have the girl. So this is the girl that they spoil. It's like, look, it's going to be scary, guys. It's going to be scary. Look at this monster. It's going to be scary. She wasn't that scary. She was scary with her little fisheye, and then like after that, ended up being just like, okay, well, you're not really that big of a threat. Her feet, though, I don't know. Chat, what do you think of the paws? Chat, what are the paws like for you? These good paws? For all you little paw lovers out there, you like the hybrid paw feet? Like little paw feet? You love the hybrid? We got the doctors. He's like, I've got a chainsaw. It's so random. Why do you have a chainsaw? Barrage, it didn't work. I'm so sorry. I don't know why. The pet worked. I think I need to update VTuber Plus because there was a big update. I might need to update it. It might be breaking. It's been a minute. We'll probably update it tonight. Remember RG? Yeah, but why? Yeah, why does he have the chainsaw? Who knows? Remember the zombie patients? Ugh. Ew. Ew. Oh, I hate this. I hate the pustules. Get me away from this. I don't want to look at it anymore. Zombie staff. It's the lights out guy. He said lights out. The zombie cleaners. There was two. I only remember one. This one. I don't like her eyes like, ah. And she's like, oh, I must clean everything. Everything must be clean. Zombie chef. This dude, hold on. This man, not as a zombie, I would have been all over him if he wasn't a zombie. Oh my god. Oh my god. Bro fucking like Jackal and Hyde over here, dude. Like, oh. If he was not a zombie, I'd be all over this man. So upset. The singers. You have the one in there. That was a bitch. I had to kill her, and then she was annoying. They're fun. The surgeon. This is so stupid. What is... And why are we centered on him? He's like, it's alive! Oh. Oh, they really jiggled this man up. He's... Oh. Oh, no, 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 no. I'm leaving that page. This is such a cool design. This looks like Chainsaw Man. It's not me, but that's okay. No. This looks like something out of Chainsaw Man, where like I see this coming out and it looks like the chainsaw head. Is anyone else getting that? And then he's got like this suit on. Let's get in there. It's all gooped up around the neck. Anyone like Vor? What about multiple teeth? A stick and knife can jump you like butter. I don't want to think about that. Hate that. Oh, these just pulsate. Incredibly painful. This looks incredibly painful. Hyper yeah, there's a lot of teeth going on there. Fluffy boy, let's go in. 4 time. Mutated spider. Reference to RE1. Remember RE1 with the giant spider? Remember RE1? Let's speed this up a little bit because I do want to watch the behind the scenes thing. We got these zombies. Why they're using guns and shit, I don't know. But hey, why they're using chainsaw shit? Like, what was let's go. What was Mad Max? Like, what was the purpose of this? Like, okay. The Raccoon City zombies were just people that got infected. They were walking around in normal clothes doing normal things, right? That's what we've got here with this dude. He's just a guy. And then we have like the BSAA who got infected and somehow still maintained gun availability, which would make any sense. So the BSAA guys got infected as well. Who the fuck is this Mad Max? He must have been infected while he was doing BDSM roleplay. Like, it's such a weird design, and it just an experiment. I guess he was an experiment, and he was messed because it's like, who dressed up in these chains? Puppy! Whoa! Bro's got fucking thighs. Someone a zombie nuke abandoned Raccoon, maybe. You know, maybe he was like maybe he was role playing Mad Max, and he went to Raccoon City, and he role played Mad Max, and then like ended up getting infected. Honestly, it's a pretty cool dog design. Vor. Who likes, oh, you love Vor. Look, you want to be eaten. Don't you want to be eaten? Look at this big maw. Look at this big maw, you little Vorlords. Oh, don't you want to be eaten by this doggy? Oh, look how big his maw is. Every time. Why am I obsessed with Vor? Because I think it's funny. RPD Zombie. The only one of 2. There are 2 of these motherfuckers. That face is so good. This is so cool. How many people in that universe just contemplate suicide by infection? Probably some people. There are people in the Resident Evil universe that have an infection kink, and they want to be turned into a zombie, and they think it's horny. If it exists, there is porn of it. Especially if you can mutate into a tentacle monster, I guarantee you it exists. These fuck off girls, these little sisters. I didn't think about that. If it exists, there is porn of it. So in this universe, that must mean that people want to be turned into zombies and they think it's hot. Checks out, I hate BOW kinks, 100%. Got him. Member Tyrant. Member Tyrant with big arm. Member Tyrant. Yeah, or be grabbed, exactly. Or be grabbed by him. Yeah, the plant. This is kind of cool. I'm glad I unlocked this one. Member Old RE. He'll have a kink for the idea of being turned into zombies. Oh, yeah, there's probably some people that are in this universe. We got the ARC ones, which are just like naked. There's always got to be naked zombies. We have the Liquor, which is like the beta 2 version of the Liquor. Render Tyrant Redemption fanfics that exist. Reader X Tyrant. Excuse me. Yeah, no, that exists. I mean, like, there's got to be something going on with the Liquor too. Like, what that tongue do, you know what I mean? Victor, but he's mutated, so he's got, like, they went with this design of, like, multiple hands. Very interesting. And, like, trees. This looks like a tree root. Or have been converted into tongues. Ah! Alright, well, that's all the models. Okay, does anyone know how long this is? Remember William Birkin? Remember William Birkin? Instead of eyeballs, it's hands. He's a guy from Elden Ring. He is. Remember Elden Ring? I do want to watch this. We have time, but I have like 15 minutes and I really want to do a hard cutoff. Define few minutes, because some people say it's only a few minutes. It's like a 30-minute adventure. We'll watch this. I do want to see what this is. I'm curious about what this is. For sure. If it's under 10, we'll be fine. I'm hoping it's like 3 or 5. This is behind the scenes. Oh, that's fun. Oh my god, he is bagged the fuck out. Oh my, who are you?
If this is about the report you asked for yesterday, it'll be ready in 3. No, 2 days tops.
He is
put a hold on that for now.
hung.
We found another body. One that exhibits the same pathology as the others we've been investigating.
I love this. That's so cool.
They asked for Miss Ashcroft and then they hung up on me. Rude.
That's how you get the real movements when you have like these things.
They asked for Miss Ashcroft and then they hung up on me.
And they can like
Rude. What the?
They're coming. Grace, we need to go.
And
Go where?
it's VR chat.
Mom, what's going on?
It's VR chat.
Hurry.
Wait, who's coming?
I love
What's
this.
wrong?
We need to keep our voices down.
This is ridiculous.
Did I see
Come
the
on.
mods for the game? No, I've not seen the mods. Oh, I get to see this again. I love the mocap. I can see the models, right? The fullest body tracking, 100%. I can see the models on like this screen. So let me whisper it to you. I mean, you can, but I'm not going to look at it anytime soon. You send it to me on Discord or something, or post it in like the Discord somewhere. There's a Discord link somewhere. Pose with the strongest bone shattering O face. Yes, I did. I 100% did. This is me when I orgasm. There, whispered. Okay, well, I'll look at it later. We're gonna finish up this and then CJ versus Shrek. I don't. Okay. All right. But I like the mocap. I like how they're like they have everything and they're acting. They got the actors. They're the voice actors. They're acting it out. They're tracking their motions on their face, and then they're doing all that. It's literally VR chat because I saw the computer monitor and I could see the models moving with them. I said, "That's so cool."
What do I do?
You have a chunk replacement for Boomer?
Oh, shit.
I love the cameras on the top right. Oh, who is this actor?
Hello?
Cut to it. I want to see this man sitting in a fucking stool.
But after much effort, here we finally are.
Come on, show me the stool. Yeah.
Who are you?
I know now that you're the one that I've been searching for.
Yeah.
The special one. The chosen
He's
one.
also bagging out, dude. Bro, all the dudes are hung in this. Hold on, wait a minute. I love like the.
Help me!
Oh yeah. Yeah, show me this girl on top of this actor and like, yeah. That's funny. That was really fun, yeah. Yo, did they have her actually upside down? She had to break out. I want this job. Yeah, I want the mocap job. I want this. I want to do mocap. Put me in the eyeball suit. I want to be an actor. Is she doing the num num on the nose after making out with him? Actors probably want to mocap so bad because it's like it looks like so much fun. And it's just like dudes like holding on the chairs and shit. How they redo this? You gotta make believe you're in a room full of pool noodles and you have to pretend that it's a fucking you have to pretend it's a fucking helicopter. Look at that like adult woman pretending to be like an 8-year-old little girl. Yo!
Backup is on the way. Not necessary. I'll neutralize the target myself.
Yo, he got to be Hunk? He got to be Hunk? Yeah! Yo, he's like, I get to be Hunk? He said, I get to be Wesker? I get to be Wesker?
You still need me, right?
Let it all come down. All of it.
3, 2, 1, bounce!
Bounce!
Great.
Ugh. God, he's so hot. Even Leon's voice actor, body actor is hot.
Time to bury Umbrella's last.
He's hot, he's hot, he's hot. Oh, he's hot. Okay, that's gonna be that. We've gone over everything. We've looked at the bonus content. As you can see, I timed that a little overtime, actually. Didn't time it beautifully. We went like 20 minutes over, but that's okay. I did want to go over all the bonus stuff. I didn't want to see everything, see some of the models, get a close-up on some of them, see some details. They did a the art direction, as I will always say, knocked it out of the park. Art, 10 out of 10. I think the art and the stylized direction and the feel of each of the environments was perfect. I think everything on the art direction was perfect. And that's good stream, yeah. I think the art direction is good. I love the detail in the models. DSS5 could never, whatever the fuck that bullshit meme is. What's that meme? That fucking graphics card could never, fix this art and make it any better than it was. The characters look realistic. DSS5 meme, yeah, it could never. The characters all felt cool. Everything looked really well designed. Everything was very well stylized. I love everything that it was going on about the art direction. It's just the Grace gameplay just falls so flat on its fucking ass, and it's so much of a joke it doesn't matter. And then the Leon section is just too short to be worth anything, and it just cock teases, and it's not enough, and I want more. Resident Evil developers at Capcom, you redeem yourself by re-releasing Outbreak Files 1 and 2 as a bundle, and you get both of them. It's all one big game, and you update everything, you revamp everything, you rebuild it from the ground up as a over-the-shoulder game, because they're way better. I'm gonna be real, over-shoulder way better. And you just pull that, just copy and paste them, but over the shoulder, redo all the models, redo all the puzzles, redo everything, and then add more content. Add more things. So you another meme. Share the stream. It relates. I won't be able to share the stream easy, but I will laugh at it. Oh my sweet Jesus. That's what it is gonna do. That's why she got giant boobies. Okay. My face tracking is gone. I don't know what happened there. I broke it. There we go. Oh no. No, Capcom's coming after me. What is happening? What's going on with my camera? Oh gosh. Light? Okay, there we go. Oh. I'm being harassed by the I'm being harassed by I'm being harassed by DSSL5. They came after me. They came after me, chat. All right, thank you so much for joining me for this ride. I had fun playing the game for the most part. There were bad things, we talked about it. Go back on the VOD and watch the VOD if you want to see all that. King Kaida is streaming. We're gonna raid him if he's streaming. I'm so hungry. I'm gonna fuck up Chinese food like you wouldn't even believe, dude. Is he still streaming? He is. I'm rating King Kaida. Because King Kaida's a sweetheart and I love him. Make it quick. I gotta hurry up. He's a burying. He's playing some Spider-Man. Alright. And he said Kaizi? Oh my god, Kaizi's there. Oh my gosh, I love Kaizi. Okay. Thank you all so much for joining. I hope you had a blast. I wish I could have ended that 30 minutes sooner, but I had to really... There was a lot I had to talk about. As I will reiterate, the game has really good art direction, but the story just falls completely on its fucking face, and it doesn't do a good job with the story. It just is really dumb, and they had to like retcon and rewrite like 5 billion things, which is why you have a 60-page document that you get from beating the game that goes over everything that happened in all of the Resident Evil games relevant to Raccoon City. And it's just like, it's just, you had to do that. If you had to sit there and write an exposition like that, that's crazy. That's nuts. That's crazy. That's insane. The gameplay was shitty for Grace and felt boring and repetitive, and the veil of it's just a puzzle was completely lifted and didn't feel good. And Leon's gameplay was really good, albeit the problem was there wasn't enough Leon. There should have been more Leon to counterbalance Grace, since Grace was stealth and had to take longer to do her sections. That's basically my synopsis. Buy the game at $35, buy the game at $45, don't buy it full price, and I will see you tomorrow with probably Marvel Rivals because they're doing a new release. Bye!